Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TI-10 group stage. I'm Pixel here with Fog, and we're ready for the next series here on this channel, and it's going to be the wonderful T1 against the wonderful Alliance. The draft is just about to begin. Fog, what do we expect from this one? What have we really seen so far from Alliance and T1? What's sort of been the summary of their journey so far through the groups?
5 seconds.
The Alliance just came off of some pretty rough games, right? After we just casted them for sure. T1, they're looking good. They're losing to the really strong teams, but they did beat VP in a pretty good 2-0. Yeah.
2 spoilers.
So,
yeah,
that was a spoiler from yesterday. If you didn't watch it by now, you know what? Too bad. There's too many games for you to catch up. There's going to be 100 more games. So
100?
1,000.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot more games, though.
10
No, we still have, what?
remaining.
At least 50 more games of TI, right? Something like that? Or 35, something like that? Whatever.
5
Either way, we still have a lot more
seconds
games of TI.
remaining.
The main stage, so.
Well, there we go. The 7 the bands have begun.
Let's see what we got.
Weaver.
We just saw Weaver completely dominate
Yep.
the last game. Raven popped off.
Let's see if Nico Baby can do the same here. See what T1 want to do. What do we have left in the pool? Your IO's still there.
It's cool how we see a little bit of an influence in the draft immediately, right?
10
The
seconds
silencer, we
remaining.
know some teams are opening with it. T1 is one of the teams that does like it a bit.
5 seconds.
But not too much,
remaining.
though.
No.
I think T1 is actually... Wait, actually, how do they like it? Now I'm looking at it. They have not touched it. That's a surprise, actually. That's a bit of a weird ban. The Train Protector makes sense, though. They're one of the few teams that are picking it a lot, but...
Alliance really value the silencer.
I
To
guess
the point
so.
where they're like, what if someone else starts picking it against us?
Completely ignored, though. Like T1 did not ever even look at it.
Well, they do now.
I guess now they must look at it because
banned,
banned, so...
Magnus.
And that's a T1 hero, right?
Oh,
That's
they love
Carl's
it.
special.
Carl, let's go. Now, what carries do they like pairing up with the Magnus?
For 23, man, they can get anything.
We get for 23.
I want to see more Spectre, personally. I think Spectre's looking super dominant. I don't think you
10
need the Magnus
seconds
for it, but...
remaining.
I mean, it's a little early, of course, to be forcing something like that, but it's really curious to
5
see how they just
seconds
opened up with the
remaining.
Magnus here.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Sapphire,
Cool.
strong hero.
Strong
One of the
heroes.
best picks and the best wins, right?
Mhm. Good lane.
Very nice.
Lots of nuke between these two heroes throughout all stages of the game. Lots of disable.
Good AoE follow-up to the Magnus.
Yep.
Magnus gets in with the RP. Snapfire's going to be
10
raining
seconds
down those
remaining.
kisses.
And now it kind of gives... I mean, I won't call them both steroids, but steroids
5
for your core.
seconds
You have
remaining.
medium power, and then also when you're doing Roshan, hitting buildings, etc., you've got the little shredder to be able to amplify, or if you're focusing
Alliance's
some
turn to
core or
ban.
something like that.
Ember
You got a
spirit.
quick and
Going over
early
the
Ember.
Ember.
That is
All
very
right.
early.
That is. Ember and Weaver shown straight up here by Alliance.
But that's what you do when you know the opposing mid, right? They're like, oh, okay, Carl, he's Magnus. I pick Ember because I know my mid matchup. Limp, you're cool with that? Yes,
That's
I
true.
am. Let's go. And now you already
10
see the
seconds
Snapfire too,
remaining.
so you know likely they're not going to have some type of instant disable like a Lion, because that's
5
usually the role that it's
seconds
played in, is that
remaining.
4 position. I think we've mostly seen Snapfire 4, I want to say. I don't think I've seen too many 5 positions. I think here or there, but
And is Ember just straight up that good against Magnus in lane?
just a good hero, yeah.
Sure.
Great
but-
hero. In
I
lane
mean, but
and
does
in game.
Carl care too much? He's like, oh no, I've got a lane against
It's not
Ember
going to hurt
straight
him, no.
Nah,
It's just
he's
Ember's
gonna
going to be able
farm.
to farm as well,
up. Okay.
as long as you don't get skewered. Which I guess could happen, in theory.
Yeah, you got to be a little careful, I'm sure, yeah. There could be the chances for those under the tower skewers.
Carl's been a player that I've seen a
Turn
lot of
to
times
ban.
also that he very good about contesting both water rooms, which sounds weird as a mid hero, but
Turn to
what he
ban.
does is he like walks down to one of them, and then like the other mid usually waits a second, right? Like they wait until they clear up the creep wave, and then they're gonna walk to the other water room. He TPs and then skewers, and then claims like both water rooms. I've seen him do it several times in his games as this Magnus, so I could see him do something like that as well. Small little random.
10
Back to
seconds
fun.
remaining.
We'll ban out the Mirana, as they see,
5
Ember,
seconds
Chains combo is
remaining.
always going to be threatening. Is a Hanskin special. Banning out the Doom this early on Alliance. So are they setting themselves up for a Tidehunter?
Yeah, I could see
What it
it
would look
being
like?
the sort of good counter team fight to the Mag Snapfire.
It's a combo breaker always been
yeah.
for the Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
Take a little bit of damage inside that RP. Boom! You get the Kraken Shell proc.
T1's turn to ban.
Can usually get the Ravage counter.
Banning the Lena as well, right? I mean, so they're assuming that there's going to be some flexibility with the Mag pick.
Perhaps, yeah.
But you feel like from what you've
Alliance's
seen from
turn
T1,
to
it's pretty
ban.
much always
Usually.
mid.
Yeah.
You-
And then,
you-
of course, we see that Tide. immediately going to get banned out
For
because
sure.
of that. They haven't really gotten their Magnus too much. I think I see 2 games that they
Does it get banned
Uh,
against them? Does the
it
teams respect the
did
ban?
get banned a
I was
couple
going to say,
times.
if they're picking it first, the teams are going to ban
And
this
let's
from
see,
them.
it was a middle
Yeah.
in the one that I see here
Yeah.
for Carl.
10
and
seconds remaining.
Cuckoo did play it once off lane, so I guess, yeah, there's still
All right.
flexibility.
5
So, yeah, that makes
seconds
sense.
remaining.
Now, if they want to be able to protect Limp a little bit better. T1 does love their Lina. What other ban do they want to do to protect?
Do they want to still try and throw some bans out the mids, or maybe some of the heroes that want to
T1's
team up
turn
with
to
the Max? It's going to be
ban.
some more mids.
That's
sticking out.
full out protecting Limp. Okay, because that's the other
Yeah.
matchup that's horrendous for an Ember Spirit.
Yeah, absolutely. Those two would be top of the list. Lena and SF. T1. Back to them, and they've got to start working out where they think everything's going here. Do they want to try and
10
force this
seconds
Weaver
remaining.
away from being the carry for Nico, baby?
5 seconds remaining.
And if they do, what else they want to take out? Maybe just more S4 heroes.
More than likely, yeah. I mean, the Doom was the obvious indicator toward the Tide. What else would be the S1? He's played a lot of
turn to
sanking.
pick.
Okay, they're actually going to IO still. IO still in the pool.
It was still left in,
That's
and
fair. I like
you
that.
you already know there's going to be some global potential with the Ember, so you don't want to be dealing with a relocate, enabling another hero to back up those aggressive Ember movements around the map. So T1,
10
do they
seconds
want to
remaining.
show one more of their cores? They might not want to give up the info
5
regarding whether the
seconds
Magnus
remaining.
is off or mid
Yeah.
yet. So
I'd imagine they pick that secondary support here.
Yeah.
Just which is it going to be? They need some type of instant disable. Because right now, Ember and Weaver, if those two are the cores, they're going to be
mean-
pretty free.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Crystal Maiden.
Oh, I got to check. Is that the first one?
Nah, I'm sure we've had a CM. There's probably one other game or something.
One other game.
One other game. It did win.
And it did win.
And it did
100%.
win. Crystal
Who
Maiden.
played it? It was T1.
It was T1 and they won.
10
And it was the game
seconds
versus
remaining.
VP.
And it was against there. Impressive
look at
stuff there. So bringing it back again here, the Crystal
5
Maiden, the only team to do
seconds
so
remaining.
here in the groups.
Cool. That is a lockdown. The Frostbite. If you just max that versus Ember and versus Weaver, it is strong. Sure.
Super
Weaver can still use time lapse during it, but versus Ember Spirit, it's a lot stronger because it does hold them in place.
Super strong team fight as well.
Yep.
And
Everyone has mana then. No one's
well, that's the
mad
thing,
about
this-
mana.
I was going to say Carrie's going to be very happy this game.
Yeah.
CM Aura, Empower.
Yep.
This is what you love.
That's true.
This is what you love here.
Get me an
so-
Ogre Magi as well, you know.
I mean, they could. Let's go snap mid. Easy game. Alliance.
40 seconds.
What is the plan here?
What do they want to start revealing? Is the question.
It's just going to be one of the supports, surely.
And what do they want to pick? Do they want to pick some type of save, or do they want to pick more aggro? Because right now Crystal Maiden is shown, so immediately you know the lane might be a little bit weak. How are you going to be able to take advantage of that?
I like the Knicks.
Okay.
AoE coming out from on all fronts from T1.
We got the bugs.
We do indeed. Yeah, the double bugs, double invis.
Does already start to lean you toward them wanting to be a bit more pick-off oriented rather than going for full
10
team fight. But Nyx Assassin versus Snapfire is always one of the hard counters. You see the kisses, you click Carapace,
5
you laugh at the
seconds remaining.
Snapfire from far away.
Yeah, I'd like to see T1 make the full dream scenario for the carry here. Just put the Magnus, get the Slardar on the off lane.
Turn to
You
pick.
know what I mean?
Legion Commander.
And then you got all the buffs, Slardar and Snap, and it'd be glorious. And we'll see.
Legion's nice. Press the attack to remove the Frostbite, to remove any of the follow-up stuns, to protect inside of the RP.
10 seconds remaining.
But again, Alliance is clearly showing pretty much no team fight.
5
No.
seconds remaining.
Whereas
They have some-
T1's team fights, pretty
Yeah.
nasty here.
Alliance has some counters to the team fight, obviously with like the Carapace, with the press the attack as we were mentioning and all that, but as for their actual own team fight, it's quite lackluster.
See T1.
They got a lot of time. They have a lot more time than Alliance, so
And a lot of carries, really, because this is not a draft where carries have really been the focus of the bans. So, a lovely selection for T1 to dabble into here.
yeah, it's pretty much what 23. What do you want to play?
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got a lot of choices.
You don't want to play your life stealers and stuff, even though it's okay in the match. It's great in the matchup versus both of the Nyx Assassin and Liege Commander if that's going to be the lane. But if Weaver's a carry, it's going to be pretty
I
atrocious.
mean, if Weaver's a carry, I'd love a void.
That's always what you want, though.
It is always a void.
You want void every game. I think every game we've
I was
had,
like, a void would be good.
suggesting void every game. But it does. I
Well,
mean,
this
with
would be another-
Snapfire, it
yeah.
definitely looks
With
pretty
Snapfire,
cool.
with
Yeah.
Empower, you got the infinite mana from CM. You jump
Yeah.
around.
It's gonna be
Alliance's
void, right?
turn to bat.
Oh, well, it's still
Oh.
much. So this is the...
So that's where they move it. Now it's probably going to be the Necro mid, because Necro mid has been historically known always to destroy Ember Spirit.
Oh, it makes the
and then
Ember
they throw the
miserable.
Magnus into the off lane. So
Yeah.
now you're starting to switch things up a little bit.
Okay.
I like that. But it is picked into a Nyx Assassin.
10
So
seconds
it
remaining.
can get countered a little bit, but overall T1's group up and their team fight is just looking at
5 seconds
infinitely
Very
stronger than what
nice.
Alliance has right now.
Yeah. The team fight. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I know, Alliance, they don't... Yeah, team fight is not in their vocabulary here with these heroes.
No, most of it. And how many? I want to see how many Necros. I don't think we've had too many Necros, but I
We've
know
had
it's won a
couple,
couple.
right?
So 4.
Turn
It's
to
won
bat.
3 series.
T1 did it, what, against VP as well, right?
Yep.
Recently here, we see.
With the same thing with the CM.
And they had a Spectre that game
They did.
as their carry.
Alliance's
I remember the
turn to
VP1
bat.
versus OG. That was GPK going absolutely bonkers on the mid. Necrophos versus the Clinks.
And yeah, Void ban from Alliance. See, they're
Yeah, they're on the
understand.
same, but
they
yeah.
understand. Would have loved a Void here, and yeah, Alliance. I think that T1 would have as well.
Yeah, they definitely could have.
You said, yeah, I'm seeing that they
10
picked the Spectre
seconds
there. I mean, that
remaining.
Spectre wouldn't be bad here, right? Anything that puts you straight off the Spectre here this game?
5 seconds remaining.
No.
No?
Spectre
I'm
looks
seeing
fine to
like
me.
the bans as well, banning out the
They're
SD,
banning it.
right? That would be
Yeah,
strong. But I
they got
expect
rid
to
of it.
ban.
They knew.
Alliance now.
Oh, what's the other ones
So
for?
what does he want? What does he want to carry with?
You don't want to do so. The
No.
Nyx.
No.
It's not the worst, but you still probably don't want to. Troll?
10 seconds
banned.
remaining.
Troll's banned is. Wait, what is Troll banned?
Oh, he was banned last game. Never mind.
I was like, am I
5
blind?
seconds
I
remaining.
don't see. I think Troll looks pretty okay.
Alliance's
They're gonna get to
turn
see it.
pick.
Yeah.
They're gonna get the information.
Banning the Sky. I guess it was a good setup for the Sky.
They have Legion, so.
Yeah, yeah. I guess, yeah. So still assuming that the Weaver is the carrier, which might... Does that have to be the situation? Could it still be a support Weaver?
So which one's it? Is it Slark or Troll?
10
How do you feel about
seconds
Slark
remaining.
this game too? Now that Skyrest banned.
They got the duel.
Okay, yeah, I mean it's always the
5
duel is the
seconds
problem,
remaining.
I don't know if T1... I'd love to see T1 play Slark.
T1's turn to pick.
but
Well,
Alliance
take the
is gonna be
Deucer.
the one who takes the Deuce.
Indeed, so the Weaver is moved away for the carry. What do you want to play against this Deucer?
Troll? Is Troll okay? Troll still looks okay because you have the Empower, so you're gonna hit these timings a lot faster. Medusa doesn't have a steroid. She has press the attack later on, but
10
no like
seconds
early on
remaining.
steroid.
5 seconds remaining.
That's another good
Any
card.
sort of diffusal bias?
I mean, is there any?
Medusa.
Can you anti-mage?
Still wouldn't... Anti-Mage is banned. When he was banned last game as well. Why?
You're just messing with my brain. I'm like, where? I keep like looking again. I'm like, where's he banned? So Troll or
Okay,
AM? I think Troll or AM could be possibilities. They
I
don't
think
look
AM
bad.
would be risky.
AM's a risk always.
I think
feel.
AM's kind of awkward with the rest, but I'd love to see it. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for the carry here from T1. Again, I think they've just got a lot of options really. Even though Void and Spectre taken out, there's still plenty in the pool.
Let's see what it's going to be for 23.
What about the Terrorblade? What we got?
Both of those.
Choose your
Okay.
hero.
He is playing into the Ember Spirit. I guess that one we should have seen.
Yep.
But
I
it's
mean,
not.
you said that when the Ember came out. Yeah, Morph's got... Yeah. you
Well, I
did
said
say
that earlier on, but I didn't think they would do it because they had the Magnus. But I guess they're just not going to use the Magnus as that Empower at all. I was looking for
Yeah.
more of somebody that was going to benefit from that.
All right.
Okay. There's some limited disable for him for sure. They've got literally a Nyx stun. Nyx stun and some chains. A duel that can come out that could be... I mean, it's tough to get off, so... That looks like a pretty good Morphling game to me.
I think so
That
as
looks
well.
pretty
I
solid.
think this Morph's going to be all over the place, and
It's just limited
it's going to be hard to
disables.
lock 23 down. And even if they do, there's going to be a lot of return fire, and the
And-
sort of team fight and group up that T1
Yeah.
has is... It might make it hard for Alliance to buy time and space for Nico Baby to farm as this Medusa.
And I want if Limp has to be the big playmaker to be the one to make the space for the Dusa, right? That's what we're always going to be thinking for. However, he's in a really hard matchup versus Necrophos, so I'm going to be eyes on mid lane for
Yeah.
Limp. If he starts to have that struggle and Carl starts to take over, I think we could have a pretty quick one. I think T1 can set tempo pretty decently with this lineup too. So we shall see how Alliance can do. And I really think it's eyes on Limp for me, full out.
Sure.
So.
Well, because this is a game where he could just
He could just
struggle
get
from
so
minute
shut
one.
down. Yeah, and then I don't know how they really make. I don't know how they're going to be making plays.
Yeah,
It's
who's
either-
coming over to the mid?
I mean, Hanskin's the only one who can really rotate, right? FNG's a Weaver, so.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, obviously, if it gets to the point where FNG can get nags down the line, you know, it'd be very nice
Sure.
to bend the deucer out of the RP and stuff, but that's obviously very later on in the game. And if it gets to that point, chances are that 23 is already going to be quite a bit of a beast. There he is, the man himself, level 28 Morphling. 26, 2 and 5 in the last match. That's a stat that's going to be rather scary to see going into it.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Because I think if the Ember Spirit starts to have a bit of a slowed down game, I think they're just going to be really restricted on their playmaking. And I feel like they do have to look to make plays like on these side lanes and stuff when they're starting to go split push, because otherwise T1, their team fight is gonna be superior. Because it already naturally is superior just from the draft in that team fight complex, but
What did you
if
expect?
the Ember has an okay game, he can actually start to get these pickoffs and break that kind of team fight. So we shall see.
What did you expect?
Because I've seen Necros just, as I said, dominate versus most of these Ember Spirits.
And what are you sort of building now that you're just tanking up straight up on, on the Necro?
Yep.
Just become this sort of unkillable force to create the focus around the center of the team fight?
Yeah, I've seen some like the usual hoods and stuff. Oh, Genji shows himself. They know he wants to go try to block the small camp.
Yeah, so they'll send a tip out as well.
Yep.
Prepare for a
He's got the 2 sentries on him, and look at how they're playing. Look at Zephyr, Whiteman, and Cuckoo. They're just chilling, not allowing him to get that
MMR
area.
is just a number.
30 seconds to battle.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to get over there anytime soon. If he does, it's going to be at the cost of quite a bit of HP. A little bit of a cheeky pause here, TeamSpeak.
Yep. Let's take a look at what we did have them pretty much build up. It was Cuckoo playing it the last time for them, but I mean, as the offlane, that's even more so that you're absolutely going to go full out auras.
What did you
That
expect?
is what he went. And I think it was also GPK, if I'm not mistaken, when he
What
did
did
play
you expect?
in the VP series, he also went full auras, and I'm going to check that right now.
I
Actually, he went a little bit more aggro, but he did go his treads, his hood, then he went Kaya Sanj, and then he started switching it up a little bit in the game.
I mean, as we say in the mid lane, we expect things to be kind of difficult for Limp on his
The
Ember
battle
Spirit. I mean,
begins.
on the side lanes, any sort of worries for any of the cores?
Let's look. Snap. Who's the support top? Weaver, Medusa. Maybe the Weaver will be okay. Weaver sneaking over. He actually gets an Obs ward, and he blocks the camp.
Oh, right, well, there you go.
That was maybe a little bit of a mistake there from T1 putting the Obs on the left side when they know that he's going to look to try to block that.
Yeah, they knew how desperate
And look,
he was to check over
And look
it.
at FNG. He's like, haha, I've doubled down, my friend.
All right. FNG winning the war there.
Let's see. I'm curious to see how Top's going to do, because the Magnus has a really high base damage versus Medusa, so I think the Medusa could end up struggling a little bit up there. I think 23 should be pretty okay down here versus double melee with the CM behind him. So I would say, yeah, I think the Medusa is going to be the core that struggles. Because as we've already mentioned, you know, mid should be pretty difficult for Limp.
And you see this was a game that 23 Savage in that sort of mid to late, turning into the Ember Spirit.
He's going to be able to do a lot. I mean, even in turning into Legion Commander, he's got a couple good ones that he can do. Press the attack himself into going that crazy fast attack speed. I'm mostly, like I said, for myself, I'm going to be looking at mid because I've rarely seen an Ember have a good time in this matchup.
Yes, not for sure. I mean, CS so far we've got 8 for 2 against the 2 for 0.
You have been denied.
Definitely not fun times here for Limp in the first few waves. And well, it just doesn't get any more fun, right?
It gets worse and worse. Because he just ends up having infinite mana versus you if he starts getting all these last hits.
Just messing with the CS. And
Limp came ready though. He came with the salve early on.
Limp even some tips over the way of Carl there.
I think he's happy with the way that the first 2 waves went, to be honest. 10 and 3 to 6 and 1. Now he's level 3.
Okay. Well,
Not the worst.
It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Okay.
It's starting to get worse though. Pretty quickly after those first few waves. G.
He's getting the 2 of them rather low.
He's doing a good job of pushing them away from the Medusa. Nico Baby's still struggling. But so is 23 on the bottom side. That's S4.
What? They might be kill here.
They've got the bite. More
Over the
mangoes.
waveform. S4's trying to hide Whitemon. He's going to be able to find him.
He's found him.
Yes, he is. First blood there for Whitemon on the safe lane.
How many mangoes did he use there? I think he used 3 to commit for that kill because he had 4 when he started initially.
That's certainly worth it.
And
S4
now,
out the lane. Get the chance to deal with the creep equilibrium.
ooh, okay, mid. Yeah, now mid is. You know, yeah, well, he got that second wave on Limp, but
But that was it.
that was it.
Double the CS here for Carl.
Brutal one.
Completely having a dream time in this mid lane.
But at least they blocked his small camp, so he can't go over there and like double farm while also shutting down Limp, which is a nice thing for Alliance at the least. But he does buy his sentry now, and he's gonna be able to deward it. Also gets regen from killing the sentry, of course.
Looks like, yeah, queuing up the Atos first, so he's going to have a bit of setup against these mobile heroes like the Ember and the Weaver.
Because they are, right, we did say that, they are a bit lacking
Yeah.
on some of it.
Yeah,
So
this-
cool, okay, that makes sense. Instead of him going for, you know, his hood, his tankiness, he wants to be more of an aggressor.
You said what Cuckoo's going to be bringing in the auras.
Yep, and now Carl, you know what? I don't have my small camp, I steal yours. And his camp will spawn now on the next.
Zephyr.
Radiant
One
structures
charges, and
are
that's enough.
fortified.
FNG can't commit for the kill.
Did they? Oh, and Carl, as soon as he left the lane for a second, Limp had 1 wave to get mid. He glyphed it, and then he walks right back to mid. So Limp gets pushed away from that 1 wave
Oh, Carl
that he
just
was gonna get.
being the big old bully here, Carl.
Yeah.
And he loves it.
Glyph usage, very important for stuff like that. Limp will at least get his rune, and even take away the bounty rune from Carl. It looks like.
It looks like he's going to head over there. He knows he's not going to have much fun trying to get any CS in this mid matchup. Top lane Cuckoo. Very low, and he has already used the skewer. FNG is going to chase him down. Is there going to be any help for Cuckoo? Zeph is in. Oh, he's only just gone and saved his life. Cuckoo will live there. Thanks to Zephyr coming in with a quick cookie.
The Helm of Iron Will, through the armor that it gives you. Thought maybe for a second the Geminate would be enough, but no, just too tanky.
Very good players keeping one another alive.
But FNG's doing an excellent job of keeping them away from Nico Baby. Like, Nico Baby hasn't even seen the heroes in his lane because of FNG.
Ah, that's true, yeah. FNG, he's got that complete attention.
I thought he was going to be the one that suffers more, but 23 is the one who's suffering quite a bit more than Nico Baby.
It's a
because
very
of
good
FNG.
trade here from Zephyr, though. FNG. Ooh. Oh, he wants to go back for the hits, and he's done it, FNG.
What a play.
Oh.
He's going to be able to suicide and reset. Nicely done by FNG. He's doing God's work up there for him to do so. Obviously bottom, S4, having an excellent matchup versus 23, but oh boy, look at mid.
Oh, no.
Oh, 43-12 to 16.
Oh, double the
matchup.
net worth here on Carl. Cruising in the mid lane, Carl. He's going to be ready to start threatening for kills as well.
Yep. Bottle refill. Because FNG suicided, he'll be able to help out Limp a bit here. And now they're making rotation. So let's see if they can catch anything off guard here. Whitemon.
A stun, but Carl.
Oh, Carl's got a DD.
Oh, he's got a DD. Get away from the Necrophos. Get away. You're not going to be able to with the scythe coming down on a FNG. He's out.
Limp gets a return kill, though. Something much needed for him. So yeah, FNG dead for some time.
That DD. He's not going to have any more fun on the next wave of creeps. Bottom lane. Farm looking for Savage. Still third highest. Pretty much right up there with Nico Baby's farmers to do. Both carries getting a similar amount out of their lanes.
S4 as well as Cuckoo getting pretty similar out of the lanes as well. I think you have to be quite happy though as Alliance. Like I guess FNG just did such a good job up there securing this Medusa's farm. Now Nico Baby's already level 6. He's
23
points.
Might be able to turn this. He's looking to hand scan. Come out with the save, and there's enough. Savage still just playing on the edge. He's got the raindrop and a fairy fire. Now back up with both supports down here.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Alliance as well,
attack.
bringing both their supports. See if they can try and get a bit of a battle going.
Nice play, Whitemon. Frostbite to deny the catapult in front of S4.
Reality shall snap.
I mean, can FNG and Hans can get anything done down here?
If they catch us 23 Savage like really off guard, maybe, but I don't think they will. He keeps he keeps shifting just a little bit more.
He's
And
being
they see
very
him.
careful, Savage. Yeah.
FNG just gave away the positioning of them because of that ward, but he also knows where the ward is now. Is FNG?
Well, they'll turn for him instead. He's not getting away either. Whitemon there blasting him to pieces. Lays down the ice. S4 will nuke his way out. T1 dealing with the presence of Alliance's supports and making sure that the area stays safe for 23. Some money racking up on Carl now. 1,500 gold he's holding onto it just 8 minutes in.
Not bad. Nice and rich.
And that's got the side. Limp's teasing around with it. That's the flame guard, so knows the Carl won't commit.
Yeah, he needs to use like 3 pulses to break that shield, so not going to be able to throw Reapers unless he has some backup from one more. So looking at net worth of laning phase, all 3 cores ahead on the side of T1. But as we said, you know, Nico Baby has come off to a decent start here. Tread's already on his way toward his Yasha.
Oh, look at this as well, Lance. They did try and get Limp involved in a bit of a movement there. Look at the Cuckoo. He's under the tower. They won't find anything here with this movement from Limp.
And they know he's going for a dominated creep. He's got his Dominator. They're actually stacking the camp here, so Limp's going to stack it, clear it, pick up the bounty. But Cuckoo might just walk in here with for some backup and just take one of the creeps.
Yeah, Limp's going to... Oh, unlucky with the chains. All over onto the neutrals.
Radiant's top tower
It's out from FNG. I mean, they're trying to poke around with Cuckoo, but Cuckoo is pretty tanky. Full stick
Carl's
as well.
here. Yeah, Limp's good. Limp's playing very careful. That's good. If he stepped up even while Cuckoo was waiting for the opportunity to turn RP into a follow-up stun, so...
Okay, they're still going to have a bit of an attempt on him here, at least with the 2 supports. Definitely put the pressure on Limp before he has to remnant out of that. So Limp's going to have to hang back. Yeah, this mid lane, Carl, just continues to have absolutely no concerns. Anything that comes mid, Carl just doesn't care.
And that's why he was saving gold. He ends up going just for boots of travel instead first, so he can have presence all over the map. Doesn't mean he's going to be fairly squishier, though, if Alliance does look to make a play onto him, but perhaps he's thinking that they just don't have the damage for him. Because when I do look at Alliance's draft, they are definitely lacking in the damage department until later stages.
Oh, and here we have Limp.
Arcane!
He really wanted that Arcane. He's not going to get it, Whitemon.
And now Limp.
What, is that enough?
Might go down.
It is. Carl does the maths. The scythe comes down perfectly. Limp's out of it. They're throwing out the tips as well, T1. They know that Limp, he's not having a fun game.
No.
They want to make sure he's fully aware of it here, drawing attention to it with the tips.
And with the timing of the push, too, 10 minutes, we've got a catapult in mid. Very likely they're going to just be able to push this tower. Glyphs used. But all the pressure coming from T1 so far. Nico Baby, he tries to snake to stop the push. Another excellent glyph from T1.
And what do they do about this Necrophos? I mean, Carl, he's just the king of the game here.
Yep.
And it's not going to get any easier to deal with him. Stone Gaze is popped here. They're going to try and get a catch on the way out. They'll manage to get Whitemon. Let's take the 4 of them coming in
And they get
for
the
it.
deny? Okay, there we go.
Dire's
Nice
middle
move from
tower
Alliance.
has been denied.
Stopping a bit of that aggression there. And getting
Radiant's
last
middle
hit right
tower
forward.
is under attack.
Oh, Hans can actually get the last hit. Okay, on Whitemon, so not Nico Baby getting it, but either way. Still almost top of that net worth for this dude,
Dire's
so.
top tower is under attack.
That's 4. Trying to get this blade mail done. We'll see if they can force this tier 1 tower top of him. Same as we said. Hanskin's also over towards Savage, but again, Savage just always making sure he's got enough HP. Playing
Yeah.
around sort of over 1,500 mark.
He's very
Really safe.
careful.
It's very hard for them to get the catch on him, the way that he's playing.
Yeah, it does feel like Alliance is going to be quite damage limited in this game for both the Morphling and the Necrophos in the early game. Once things start to progress, perhaps once they get some items online, it'll be a bit different, but yeah, early game does look hard.
Radiant's courier has been
Just got to
killed.
get out of here. They will. FNG will be able to start that Cuckoo on the way over. The opening. And wartime, that'll do it, of course.
Oh, the Centaur, though, in position
They're going
to
for
get
it
the
with
stomp.
kisses. Oh, right, there we have
What
it.
a Dominator play.
Lovely bit of micro there from Cuckoo.
Now, FNG still continues to do He's 1-4-1, but he's having so much impact to help out his team to secure their farm. Even him dying there, he baits spells. He just baited Mortimer Kisses. So that's going to allow his teammates to feel a little bit better about either going for a push or just farming more aggressively. Like, look at Limp's positioning now, too. He's able to take advantage of this a bit here because he got so much information from it.
And they know where Limp's at, of course. We've been pulling the wave as such. They get the setup. Cookie.
He's got a Remnant down.
But they've got the root.
Oh, they have
and
enough.
the side. I mean, that was...
What did you expect?
What's he doing there? I mean, he's got creeps on him. They know exactly where he is. I guess he just didn't expect them to be able to chain lock him down, but T1 absolutely did.
I mean, they did play it around the tree line perfectly. I don't think
they
he saw
did
the
sneak
three
over
of them.
nicely.
So, and now another cookie. Hanskin.
T1 there. They're looking very hot right now. 8
Yeah.
for 3, 2K up. Nico Baby's still holding on with the farm. Medusa's getting the farm, but it's starting to ramp up the speed of this game.
And it's just the Dusa. As we said, you know, Ember Spirit is 3,400 net worth. Indeed. Good timing for said trombone.
It's not been a fun one for Limp. This is the struggle has definitely been real.
Yep.
This decision, you know, getting Carl and his Necrophos has been beautiful here from T1. Made it possible for Limp to play.
Ancients have been blocked now for about 3 minutes, so access to the T1's Ancients not going to be there for now still. Kekos. Hanskin spotted with his Vendetta. And the smoke now coming up from Alliance. S4 looking for a grab. Got the blade mail.
And they're going to try and go for Goop, but he got the skew off, so a bit of distance created. And whilst he does end up dying, now they've ended up being pretty deep. Carl going to look to chase down S4. They've got the kisses coming in. That's going to be one of them. Limp's got to run.
Hanskin's getting away, at the least for them. Limp as well.
Yeah, he's still got another remnant, so...
I mean, they're still chasing.
I mean, Rod's up.
The Atos, the stun.
They've got him.
He's actually dead.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Arcane Rune for the win.
Yeah, Carl just
For Carl
runs
there.
him down. Carl continuing to be the demon in
Oh,
the nightmares of
and
Limp.
Nico Baby is deep.
And Scythe is up. Another rod, another root, another movement speed, Carl.
He's caught.
Cuckoo with the slow.
They're gonna have a snake for the slow, but he's actually okay. Wow.
Dire's top tower.
Only just
is
able to
under
make it out of there. Nico Baby, it's a scary map.
If he gets Scythe there and dies to a level 2 Scythe, he's gonna be off the map for like 60 seconds and 15 minutes. That would have been pretty brutal.
See, Hanskin. Maybe white one in mid lane, bottom lane, FNG. Rod to set things up. There's the
Oh, he gets the lapse off.
off.
But he will die.
He'll still die.
And Carl gets the last hit, so full mana, full health continues. Oh, Nico Baby does kill up the Dominator there, so gets a little bit of free money.
He's close to a Skadi as well, Nico
Yes.
Baby. Very close.
And they're going to be able to stack up those,
Dire's
you know, as
bottom
we always
tower
mention,
is
versus the
under
Morphlings
attack.
versus Necrophos versus all these healers. Healing reduction. Spirit Vessel, I believe, is almost done on FNG. If not done already on FNG. That'll be nice.
Right, and they find themselves at Zeph for Snapfire, pretty deep in enemy territory.
And Nico gets the last hit.
Funny who's trying to take down the tower here, but he is on his own. Carl. Don't quite have enough control on his own. And there is 3 heroes heading over his way. S4 with a DD. No way
Scan.
scan close though.
Instant scan came out from T1. They knew something was up. Does catch S4 on the side.
I mean, they really want to get this man. 6-0-1 Carl. Flawless play so far. Top of the net worth pretty much the entirety of this game.
As we expect him to after that matchup. And he is going to go for the Kai Assange build that we did see from GPK the other day as well. Deviated a little bit, of course, with that Atos, but obviously can see why.
Blink time is coming up. Cuckoo very close to having his.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And now the team fights, as we mentioned from
Radiant's
earlier,
middle
from the
tower
beginning
is
when we
under
were doing the
attack.
drafts, is very difficult for Alliance to actually contest versus. They have to play around the pickoff game. And yeah, just wait for Nico Baby to be ready. He's got a Scotty, so maybe this will be enough for you guys to rally around. Almost 20 minutes as well, so we will have the Legion Commander Shard coming online in about 2.5 minutes. A lot of really strong things S4 can do. He can completely counteract the Scythe too. If he's in the right position, press the attack, block it. Once he has the Shard, of course.
Yeah, that is going to be a solid counter.
So there's a lot of different plays that they do have to counteract it. Same thing with time lapse if they get an Aghanim's Way later on for the Weaver. So we'll see if we do get to that point. As Vessel is online, so Vessel and Scotty, they've got the 2 counters to the Morphling and the Necro.
T1 are setting up to hold this tower, and looks like Alliance will respect that. They're not going to try and blindly push this tower in the bottom lane, Alliance.
Yeah, they got this ward. They see the E-Blade fresh on 23.
Alliance, they've just got to keep Nico Baby out of harm's way. Make sure he keeps that farm rolling in.
Yeah, slowly but surely. You see them starting to get something here. Maelstrom's done. So now he will be able to accelerate himself decently. And some nice damage, of course, versus high armor Morphling with those Maelstrom clocks, and also just the magic damage versus Necrophos. Always good.
There we go. Blinks up. RPs
FNG.
as well. FNG's not really the big one. They
He
want
broke
something more than that, but they might have to settle. With FNG revealing their plans, but
He is being such a nuisance.
they can't catch him, so some good movement from FNG will stop this. Hansken also eyeing things up. I think they were going to want to take the fight. As long as Alliance can just keep him for T1's presence and
Radiant's top tower
know that
is
Nico
under
Baby
attack.
is relatively safe elsewhere. See how hard T1 want to force it, see if they want to try for some tier 2s maybe. They're going to swing up into the jungle of Alliance, but Nico Baby hiding safely close to the tower.
He's claimed top net worth now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He's getting a lot of space. T1's constantly running around hunting. Well, Nico Baby's just able to chill back and farm.
I mean, they're looking to Roche. I mean, T1 know how strong they are as a team fight.
And they'll kill it really fast.
More than happy for Alliance to try and turn up and contest this.
Yep.
Alliance, they have smoked something on the other side of the map, though. Will take a long time to get over him.
Under attack.
And with the speed they're taking down the Roshan, probably too
They
long.
can't make it, nah. Snap firepower. Little Shredder plus Medallion, easily brought down. Yeah, they're too late for it.
23 Savage, more than ready to take a fight head on now with the Aegis E-Blade. Alliance, they still want to try and jump something. It would be a morph with an Aegis if they want to commit.
If they can just pop him the once, though, and then just run away, that would be a pretty good move for them, but
They don't want to.
pretty difficult
Yeah.
still, even with their
It
heroes.
would be a difficult fight to commit to, and as we
Yeah.
saw in the previous series now, Alliance, understandably, probably going to be more careful this game about the fights they choose to take. They
That's
don't
good.
want to fall for any traps.
They've got him surrounded. Nice triple stun, but he's going to get deleted by the Reapers. 60 seconds, though, Nyx.
Gives us roughly a minute of a window for T1 to
Radiant's bottom tower
have an
is
easier
under
time pushing
attack.
on with the Aegis now, 4 versus 5.
Dire's bottom tower is
Lim
under
takes the
Radiant's
opportunity, though.
bottom
Takes
tower.
bottom tower quick. Keeps himself scaling.
Dire's bottom tower
Cole will be
has
around
fallen.
to swing the wave back round.
Quiet game. It was a slow game, though. 12-6, 21 minutes. Feels like we were going to have a lot more kills kicking off when we did see T1 get that big advantage early on. But Alliance have done a good job of slowing the pace down so that Nico Baby can just sit back, get that farm.
Oh, and bottom, they've got the duel. They're
Have
in.
enough.
On to go.
Oh,
They've got
it's
the
enough.
damage. They're finally able to put an end to Carl's reign this game. Limp getting the kill. Lots of money for him.
Huge. And he tips
He
him back.
is
There
tipping
you
back.
go.
He is.
Look at that. 1,392 XP to each. That's a big kill. Now they're probably a bit shaken up. And Nico Baby's just like, this is great. I'm just still farming like a beast.
Super farmed here.
Radiant's bottom tower is
22
under
Savage,
attack.
maybe looking for a burst potential
Dire's
around mid.
middle tower is under attack.
That's a bit of a tricky one. Just quick on the spike carapace. Be potential for a turnaround.
the slow pace just continues to be more and more advantageous for Alliance. The slow pace. See that net worth continue to swing, XP as well, just continue to dip down back into their favor. Win probability has also pretty much hit the even point.
Radiant's top tower is
Really
under
good
attack.
stuff. That's S4, Blink, Blade Mail as we saw from earlier, and he's gonna have his shard done now too, so didn't get delayed too much from his items.
That's probably ready for another catch out here if T1 come down.
Dude, look at Limp. Limp's back. Limp's literally almost has BKB. It's about to be finished.
Radiant's
T1, they still
bottom
want to try and do
tower is
something
under
with the
attack.
Aegis.
Yeah, they want to force something.
They're coming in with another smoke. Coop in the charge. Drag back into the stun. Blow up FNG.
Nice play for Cuckoo. Yeah, I think they're getting a bit frustrated, right? I feel like they're getting pulled around the map a little bit here by
Radiant's
Alliance.
bottom tower
Not
is
able
under
to
attack.
do what they ideally wanted to with this
Dire's
first
middle tower
Aegis.
is under
Still have a minute and 30 though, so we'll get some more harassment onto mid tower. It looks like they are looking to set up on bottom. Perhaps expecting them to make a move onto Carl, so they're
Yeah, I
gonna
think so.
set up to protect with Whitemon.
Radiant are scanning.
And what do we have finished for Necrophos? I saw he kept
Radiant's top
changing his
tower
items.
is
He has a
under
Lotus, so
attack.
okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Alright, we'll be able to help him versus those chains.
Regeneration.
For the two of them, I mean, Carl, he's going to try and find him, but them just able to jump over the tree lines. And you can really see Alliance not really in any sort of rush to get stuff done. As Nico Baby, they're just keeping him safe, giving him a good area of the map to farm in. Manskin not standing a chance there, though. Savage able to catch him off guard with the E-Blade burst.
Turns into the Nyx, stuns him, sets up his own shotgun. Still 30 seconds on Aegis, he's feeling confident. Oh! It's a
that's
3-1!
really good.
Oh
It's
my
beautiful.
goodness!
He just jumped in and caught the three of the
Oh
Cuckoo.
my god,
Just
they are
out
all
of
dead!
nowhere. Oh, we weren't. Nobody was expecting that.
Dire's middle tower
That just happened. And now just down the mid. That's a tier 2 going down for sure.
90 seconds also, it was a Reaper.
Oh my goodness, Cuckoo.
An explosive moment after some
He just
silence.
gets in.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
there we have it.
All three stacked together for the horn.
Yeah, the 3-man horn there from Cuckoo.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
All righty. Well, up to the high ground they go.
Alright, that's a Rax. Guaranteed. It's 70 seconds, no
Oh,
Dusa.
man, Coog, what a play! They were out of nowhere. Just came out of nowhere. That. And he's not
And
even done.
another one.
Oh, there he goes again. There he goes again. Cuckoo.
Zephyr is like, let's end the game. Let's just end it. 50
End the
seconds. There's
game.
still no Dusa.
They're ending it.
They're ending
There's
it.
no Medusa. They're ending it.
It's over.
25 minutes in it. Oh, well, Cuckoo had enough.
That is no good.
Yeah. Well, he's in again.
Dire's middle
He's in again. Is he going to be able to find another horn? They're going in with the duel on Cuckoo. Can they keep him alive? They're in with the heals. He is still alive.
He is
He's
still alive.
He's out with the skewer.
He
He's
won
still
the duel.
alive. He's out. He's away. Well, I don't know what happened there.
Well, the game's over.
I mean, maybe he got a text from his girlfriend saying she was home alone. Because he just ended the game. What an ending. Koo just he closes it up. And that's, yeah, GG.
Wow.
Well, there we go.
Well, they were slowing
There
the
we
pace of the
go.
game down nicely on the
Oh.
side of Alliance until a big kaboom.
Yeah, wow.
Aegis had
Team
what?
one.
Aegis had 30 seconds left, and Cuckoo's like, you know what? We don't need it. I'm just gonna get a three-man
he's like,
horn toss into
We are going
Boom.
next, ladies and gentlemen. This game's over. Cuckoo has declared it.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, quite
What happened?
ending there from
Yeah, that was explosive.
T1. Yeah, what a game. I think Alliance is probably still there, just frozen. Like,
Yeah.
what happened? We were farming.
Nico
Nico
Baby's
Baby,
like, I died once.
and Nico Baby was very far. Top of
He's
the
like,
net worth.
I just bought my BKB.
The game
and
just ends.
It's over. All right.
Damn,
We were-
wow.
look at the. I mean, the graphs
Yeah.
tell it off. If we, graphs are probably one of the. It was like that. It was like this. It was like we have a little
Was
like
it
hip
this?
up a little bit
And then
even, and then
Well, there
just
we
an
go.
instant GG. All right.
All right, well, what an ending to that game there. T1, ladies and gentlemen. Cuckoo on the Magnus. Might not get through in the next one. That might be one of those games where you just, nothing is said between this end of this game and the next draft, and you just see that Magnus getting banned. It's like, let's not give them the opportunity to just end the game like that. Very impressive. Well, game 1, ladies and gentlemen, goes to T1. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back very shortly for game 2 between T1 and Alliance.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Let's get crushing.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Decent there. Monster kill.
Will not stop us.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Rock on. Five went into battle.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's structures are fortified. are scanning.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Alliance versus T1. We just had game one, and a game that I think had probably one of the most abrupt endings that I've seen in quite some time.
Yes.
I mean, normally you get some people at the ending of a sort of a game that like snap ends like that will come in the chat, and they'll be like, "Hey, I just went to get myself a drink." And what happened to the game? It just finished, And then,
That's literally what happened.
It did. Go check the VODs, check the highlights. That was quite an ending. It just ended.
Yeah.
It just ended. It absolutely did. Alliance, they got to pick themselves up after
They
that
do.
sort of an ending. That was definitely a rough one. T1 styling on them in those last moments. Mr. Cuckoo, indeed, coming out with spectacular plays.
And look at that. They did not ban the Magnus, and T1's like, we're not taking it.
No?
We're not
They're
gonna
not
even
open
take-
with the snap
we're not
this
even
time?
gonna take this time.
It was a very good snap last game from
It
Zephyr.
was. They played.
Yep.
Their duo of
10
supports, I
seconds
think, were
remaining.
pretty beastly.
Yeah,
Zephyr and
it was the
Whitemon were
killers.
literally
5
everywhere.
seconds
It was. I mean,
remaining.
yeah, of course, it was the explosive ending from Cuckoo and Carl having such an unbelievable laning phase, as expected as a Negrophos versus Ember. But
Yeah.
yeah, the support movements, support plays, they were everywhere. Every time I saw them, it was just like, oh, look. So like Limp getting caught by a cookie into a frostbite or something, plus a Reapers. They were always there, being super active. So
Oh, they really were. Alliance, what are they going to do this time? This time around, no silencer ban.
Yes.
Alliance have been liking to ban that out a lot. Maybe they'll pick it themselves.
I
but-
mean, that one didn't make sense to me, right? The last
no,
time,
because you
right?
said with T1s, they've not
never
been
even played
they've
it.
not been doing it here.
Not even once.
No. So Alliance, strong stuff left in. IO is obviously still ready for the taking if they want to go with that.
Alliance's turn to pick.
Let's see what they want to grab with it.
Took a lot of time to pick an IO. 40 seconds.
That's true. Yeah, right into the reserve time. Probably just still recovering from the ending of last
Yeah.
game. Like, whew, let's get ourselves
Disgusting.
together, guys. You know, it's I said you're going to be shaken up by that sort of
10
sudden loss.
seconds
That was
remaining.
it really was a blink and you miss it kind of ending.
Yeah, I'm probably discussing
5
if it's worth it to
seconds
go for something
remaining.
like IO. When last game they ended up with pretty difficult ways to just head-on team fight. And that could bleed
Yeah,
to being the
I think
same
we've got
thing
to
when
see
you have
some more
IO.
team fight. I feel like, especially when playing something like
T1's
against
turn to
T1,
There
there
it
you
is.
go.
So
There's
the
a-
Iron Myers.
a good bit of the team
with
fight to start things off. Despite
Yep.
the fact that this hero still hasn't, is his win rate sort of picked up today, or is it still not too great?
Let's take a look, actually.
It's,
Because they did lose
weren't
with it
great
this,
yesterday.
they lost with it this morning, too. The game that we
Alright,
were
it's
casting,
probably still
remember?
pretty low then.
10
So-
seconds remaining.
We casted their IO Mars. That was this morning, right? Yeah. Everything's blending.
5 seconds.
Yeah, Alliance
remaining.
IO Mars, and they
we've had
lost
so many
the
games,
long
so many
game.
Dota.
That was the 60-minute game
Is
that
this
they
the-
lost with the limp Mars. So
Wait, is this day 3 or day 2? It's day 3, right?
it's day 3.
T1's
Mars. Oh,
So
wow,
much.
I don't want to show you the win rate
Alliance's
on
What's the
it.
win rate?
turn
Just
to
guess.
ban.
Take a guess.
I'd go with
20 games.
20 games. I would go with the sub 10%.
Okay, it's not that bad,
Okay,
but
not that bad.
it is pretty bad. It's a 15%
15% win rate
across
on Mars.
19 games.
But the team still love it.
Team's still picking it.
Team still,
Yeah.
they say it's not the hero.
Yep. And we
10
see
seconds
T1, they
remaining.
take up their Lina early on
Yeah.
here, even though they see the Mars that we saw Limp play versus earlier.
5
Lina
seconds
did fine
remaining.
versus that matchup in the later stages of the game. Got super tanky, BKB buyer, and they're going to ban out the Invoker. As we've seen, the Invoker is one of the better responses versus Lina in game and in late.
T1's turn to ban.
Legion will be taken out.
I mean, I just wouldn't mind seeing a Cuckoo Magnus again. I don't know. You know,
I wouldn't see why not. I mean, after
yeah,
that, after that
I mean,
performance,
like Cuckoo, take
10
the mag again.
seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Let's see what they want to take away from Alliance.
see if Alliance wants to
Right.
do something similar as they did earlier, right? They
Yeah.
did their Nyx, they did their Gyros. They've now played 2 Nyx games that did not go successful, so they're probably going to stay away from Nyx Assassin, I'd imagine. Even though they're playing into Snapfire and Lina, they might be tempted to grab it again.
I think you're right. I
But
don't
yeah,
think
they
so.
they
I
lost
think
with it
that
twice today, so it's like
they won't go with the Knicks. I'll be very surprised.
me too, me too. They could look at something. Honestly, they could actually look at something like that silencer, though.
I think
versus
the
Snapfire.
silencer
It's not
could
that
be a
bad.
temptation.
Yep. With
Yeah.
Mars, then you always get the guaranteed initiation if it is an off-lane Mars. then Mars just goes in.
Puts a
Turn
stop to the
ban.
kisses every team fight.
Yep.
And yeah, Limp had a very good game on it the other day.
Oh, they're banning themselves out the Void. Okay, so what does that give us a tell of? That is a hero that does get on top of that core Lina and is frustrating, can be annoying. Carry might they be here looking for if they're banning
10
out the Void.
seconds
Because Weaver's
remaining.
gone.
I don't know who gets crushed by the Chrono.
5
Weaver's
seconds
like the only
remaining.
real one.
Yeah, I mean,
Other heroes, of course, do, but like. What else? Like, what else? Like, even like time dilation. What else is time dilation good versus? Maybe they could want something like. I used to be Bat versus Mars every time because you could fly over Arena, but you can't fly over Arena anymore. So I don't think that would be the case, even if we see a Void ban.
T1's turn to
They're gonna
ban.
ban Spectre. We've seen that multiple times now when they've ran IO.
Alliance's turn to ban.
Slard.
Okay, so they're just you know what? I think they're just targeting Nico Baby's popular at this point, right? Because Void was one of his big ones. Slaughter's his other.
What else was he winning games with? With what other carries have we seen?
I mean, here he played Void, Lifestealer, and then
Lifestealer.
they
10
haven't really
seconds remaining.
won
Void
too many other.
Lifestealer.
Void Lifestealer, he had a Morph win and he had a Wraith King win. The Wraith King game, I
Alliance's
cannot
turn
believe
to
they got
pick.
Wraith King in. It was versus Doom and Void, the last pick. So he had like the most given Wraith King for him.
Oh, that's
Alliance will still ban the mag.
Yeah, I think
definitely
there
necessary.
Would have been every reason for the team want to take it again.
Yeah, and they're gonna even though it
Different-
looks
different
so
support.
tempting, right? Like look at those heroes you're playing.
It's
against.
just
Nyx
not been
looks great,
working.
but it's not working. Yeah, get the Ogre, get a steroid for Nico Baby, get a strong lane because right now I think that's what they're also been lacking. Even though hey, FNG like we said did unbelievable work. Is
He
that
made,
Weaver
he made
to
a
make
lot of
space,
space. I mean,
but
yeah, Nico Baby's farm was great last game. It just
yeah, game just
came
ended.
crashing down in
5
an instant.
seconds remaining.
It didn't matter how much he'd farmed at all.
Literally bought his BKB, got Reapered, and the game ended. So
T1's turn to pick.
get on their side.
Ooh,
for
very
the
nice.
ET.
Solid ET game.
Team fight, team fight, team fight.
2 melees that are coming into you so far, and an IO as well that's going to be in the neighborhood.
Mhm.
Stomps are going to be big.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
think they would have liked the Void themselves, but right, they banned it.
5 seconds remaining.
See what they want to grab here.
trying to look at how many. Yeah, they
they-
usually opened with the ET and the snap.
Alliances
So what do I want to
turn to
get here
pick.
for the offlane? So this will be the
Okay.
Cuckoo Shaker or the Cuckoo ET?
Cuckoo Shaker.
Cuckoo Shaker.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it.
You know what's crazy though? Like, they're just like, okay, you picked Ogre. That hero's kind of a team fight hero, but we're gonna raise you 2 more team fights, like 4 team fight heroes. I guess
No,
Lena's
I
not
mean,
really a team
seconds
fight.
remaining.
Lena's more just like her own monster, but yeah, they can just keep raising more and more team fight.
5 seconds remaining.
Right, I mean, you've got to be very careful with your carry selection now, Alliance. There's an ET in the fray. I think Temptations could be there to play the Nico Baby Lifestealer, but
I see this. I like Sven. With
sure,
Io,
Sven against the ET. I mean, that's the one we're seeing getting
Yeah.
banned a lot of the times when teams are playing the ET. So, yeah, Sven absolutely having its strengths.
natural BKB buyer, nice little Warcry for your team. You've got a Bloodlust,
Yep.
you've got an Overcharge.
Sven does seem solid.
Sounds pretty decent to me.
Seems very solid. Let's see.
But yeah, it's like every time I've been seeing these IOs picked up, I just see the opposing team they just raise the element of team fight every time, and it becomes a
How
game
does
of
it-
like cat and mouse,
yeah.
where the team with IO is just always playing run away from the other team until they're online, and then they can look to get their late game online. Okay.
Go with the Ursa. Here for Nico Baby.
Okay. Fast pace. I
Sure.
think that's what Alliance is looking for too here, rather than looking for something a bit slower, which Sven is slow, or slower. Versus really fast paced. Gonna be looking to just
10
immediately start
seconds
going.
remaining.
He's gonna need a BKB though, right? Quite early, or
Will definitely.
yeah, there's
5 seconds
a
remaining.
lot of AoE stun to control him.
How's this matchup too? Because in the past, Ursa used to be pretty okay versus most mages.
Alliances
Shaker
turn to
hurts.
ban.
If he's a core
You
shaker,
take a lot of damage
he
in the
hits
lane.
back.
No, it's not too hard to. Yeah, it's hard to trade. And
Yeah. Because we've seen 11 multiple times now. Old 11 has this Earth Shaker multiple times now. He doesn't care what he's playing versus. He gets good trades. As soon as you hit 3 on Shaker, if you're playing versus a melee core,
10 seconds
you're always
remaining.
good.
well, and it will be what FNG on the Ogre in the lane with him, right? So you're
yeah.
going to be
5
playing these
seconds
dual melees
remaining.
into a Shaker and an ET, and Shaker and ET they love playing against 2 melee heroes,
I
right?
think it'll be
P1s
Shaker
turn
Snap.
to ban.
But either way,
Oh,
that's the
that's
same thing.
true. Yeah,
Same
that's
thing.
true.
Snap,
Okay,
Snap
Snap as
loves
well.
to play
Yeah.
versus melees as well.
So yeah,
it's
it's a
the
lot
same
of
kind of
stuns,
concept.
a lot
Yep.
of burst damage in the lane. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, I'll take out the 23 morph.
After that last game, absolutely for sure too. And also when you're playing with Mars, it's a hero that can just wave out of the arena.
And what
10
limp heroes
seconds
do you want out?
remaining. 5
I keep saying Death
seconds
Prophet,
remaining.
but people aren't
Keep
picking
saying
it because
no.
it's one of the better matchups versus the Lina, but we're still not seeing it. We've only seen it a couple times now. I mean, he did even play the Mars the last time too. Remember, he did play Mars versus the Lina in the mid lane. It didn't
Is
go
there-
that bad in the lane.
No. Is there any benefit? Like, is there some sort of offlaner that's maybe been forgotten about that you could then get in as your final pick for Alliance if you do move the Mars to the mid?
He's gonna be able to see what he's laning against.
Yeah.
So that's. I think they're gonna just make the decision once they see
they
what
have the full
T1
draft,
picks. Yeah,
yeah.
once you see everything, because you're gonna know exactly what T1, what 23 Savage is playing. I think you can just wait a little bit to see. Doom is still in the pool, something available, but then it's like very similar to the draft that they played with earlier, with the Mars, the Doom, the Gyro, the Io. And you don't see a real reason to pick that Doom
Alliances
just yet.
turn to ban.
Ban the Veno.
What does that say? Who does 23 Savage want to play that's
Void's usually the big one, but it's banned.
who doesn't like dealing with a Veno?
Who else doesn't like dealing with the Veno? That's good versus Ursa.
10 seconds remaining.
I need to correlate. I need to look at heroes really fast.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, when I see all this sort of AoE stun, I always sort of feel the
T1
Bloodseeker
turn
coming
to
up in
pick.
popularity. I mean, would you-
Oh, that would have been a good one. Yeah, Troll.
20
That's the other 23 Savage one that I was
Troll would've
forgetting.
been.
Yeah, that's the other Savage hero that's a super popular one.
You know, like Bloodseeker, this game's not known for the Ursa. You rupture him and he can't really run around. A lot of stuns to follow up with the silence.
It's all right. Doesn't
you
strike me
10
so much as a
seconds
Savage hero.
remaining.
Okay.
He's more
Unless
of
he's a bit
those
heavier.
like he's one of those he's one of those
Yeah.
like beast
5
carries. That's what he likes to
seconds
play.
remaining.
Medusa.
It's still in. It's still in.
That's for like the late game.
Do
if they
some,
want to
yeah,
do
do some of the
Dusa.
Gyro if they want to go one of those.
Turn to
Okay,
Oh,
a little bit more
Razor.
early.
Oh,
I
that's
actually did not
nice.
expect that from him. I'll be totally honest with you.
That's not
That's
something
one
he's been playing?
not at all.
No.
That one really
But
catches me off guard.
against Ursa, Mars, it's going to feel pretty good, I think.
Yeah, they have played it in the past, but I believe. I remember this game too. Yeah, they
I
played
mean,
it recently versus like a
10
gyrocopter,
seconds
but that was
remaining.
in like the different tournaments.
Now that it is a Razor in the safe lane, do you do put the Mars mid
5
and get something
seconds
else on the off lane?
remaining.
Or do you sort of just tank it and let the Mars have to lane into this Razor?
Well, Razor's safe lane. So yeah,
You may
you're gonna
now
switch it up.
select your
Wait.
heroes.
No, you are going to put the
You're
Mars.
gonna put them. Yeah.
Because
yeah.
even
You're
though
putting
that's not fun for the Mars, though, is it?
but you have spear. You have spear to play around
okay,
link.
sure, to push him back. And the Limp
And you want to
Sniper.
have the matchup. Okay.
They've done this. I believe they have one other game where they did do this. Alliance here in the group stages. And
Snipers won, but Sniper won the other day when it was picked right by Secret. I think they picked it with a heavy minus armor draft.
yeah, I mean, are they going to have enough to keep T1 from getting on top of Limp?
Right now, T1 does not have the most to get on him unless like Snapfire gets an Aghanims or unless Shaker gets like his early Blink Dagger or Aghanims as well.
Okay. So you think Alliance do have a chance to sort of set up the fights in a way that Limp is going to be able to sit
They
back
got
and
good ways to protect him and good ways to body for him. They have 3 of the better body heroes: Ogre, Mars, Ursa.
10
Pretty strong.
seconds remaining.
Not really good AoE control is the one thing I'm concerned about on Alliance.
5
Well, on the side of
seconds
T1 they have
remaining.
probably all of the AoE control that I can think of. So that could be a little bit scary, but they do have bruisers to protect Limp.
All right. Well,
Okay.
let's see if they can do so. Hit Limp. Is he going to be able to be kept alive and have a bit more of a chance than he did last game? Last game, very slow start for him. Was able to recover. This time round, I mean, Sniper versus Lina. How does that sort of play out? Sniper can get the edge here with the distance, or
I think Lena's just going to still be fine,
Okay.
but Sniper's still going to build. He's going to build the farm. And
Yeah.
with a rotation, Sniper can easily get kill threat onto Lina too. So
sure, great hero as well to clean up the
lanes.
small camps.
yeah, this looks like much stronger lanes, much safer lanes for Alliance. Definitely things could go horrifically wrong bottom. Like if a spear misses off the link,
Sure,
stuff like that
you're
could be
gonna get run out of the
disaster.
lane.
But
Yeah.
yeah, Fast4 is careful. With Hanskin giving him that little speed burst as well too. Okay. Looks better than much better than the last time's draft, but T1 still looks very scary.
No, because after
It's
T1's
just because
performance
it's-
last game. I mean,
It's all these team fights. It's
I
like
just-
when a team just has so much overwhelming team fight and the other one only has like 1 or 2 small little bits of team fight, it really concerns me when we get to these games because ease of execution is a thing.
And I'm just not too sure about the Ursa. I feel like you see sort of how T1 plays, and you know you've definitely you're being pretty brave, sort of saying I want to play an Ursa into that sort of battle. You know, it could be hard for Nico Baby to get the space to stay on targets with T1 bringing the balls as they do.
Yeah. But again, it is a fast-paced lineup with pretty much no cooldown dependency on Alliance, while on a T1, much more cooldown dependent.
Well, let's see. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 of Alliance versus T1. T1, of course, taking that first game. I'm sure by now you've all seen that pretty dramatic ending.
Yes. Explosive.
FNG. It's looking like a first blood here. Kuz, does he want to go for it? And Fisher, he gets cookied in. Fisher to block him off. And G is trapped and will certainly die. We'll see if they get the kill too. Who's going to take it?
To the mid.
Give it a Carl. There we go. Carl starting that mid lane with a lovely boost of gold.
Okay, well now Lina will come out ahead. Because now she'll have a good chunk of base damage
30
advantage, but
seconds to
Sniper
battle.
should be able to farm. Anyway, still. Gotta get the ward up on the high ground too, and they're gonna wait for another. And Zephyr was stuck. He actually had to cook him out of there.
Was he actually? Yeah, I
He
guess
was stuck. He was in the spot. And they'll double block camp. So blocking small camp, blocking hard camp. Not gonna let them stack up those camps for the sniper to farm up a shrapnel.
The
2 for 2
battle
rune exchange though.
begins.
Let's see
It
how
was your
these
own
lanes go.
damn fault.
As, so you say, you know, top lane, even though you're a melee, just having that spear, most of the time you are going to be able to stop the Razor from running you down.
You're not going to have a great lane, but you're
Yeah.
going to be able to at least, hold your own a bit there. And they're actually doing the Ogre top as well. So they did not put the double melee bottom. They are putting an IO with the Ursa.
All right. Yeah.
Well, a
I
bit
think
better.
that makes sense. Yeah,
I mean,
you don't wanna play
ET
double
and
ma-
Shaker would have just gone rampant down there.
Absolutely. Yeah, you don't want to give Zephyr that chance to play into 2 melees and punch you in the face.
So, yeah. Double range up top, though. That's definitely concerning for S4 as well, FMG. And also, the one thing about this lane too is, if you cookie as the spear is
Oh, it
casted,
counters it.
counters it.
Oh,
so that's the
damn.
counter versus the spear versus the link.
So
So
if
I
he-
guess that's why they went for this lane setup as well.
Okay, yeah, we've got to watch out to see if White Monk can get that timing.
Because I've seen people
Yep.
time it really well before. We'll see. Good lane, and an excellent first lane for Limp.
Burns, doesn't
Or
it?
first wave for Limp. Carl catches right back up.
See, so far, 23 really yet to sort of get his hands on the wave. Bottom lane, Nico baby. We're pushing in against him. With this setup, Siraj, you like the two of them. How safe are they down here? Like ET Shaker, kills available.
Usually when level 3. Well, when level 3 hits, it's a terrifying lane. Alliance has to be extremely careful. Because ET, level 2 Spirit, Enchant Totem with Aftershock, you know, that's always going to be a big threat. Until then, though, they should be able to keep their own, and it's just going to have to be Hanskin has to have very good positioning to make sure that Nico Baby can stay healthy. Limp, he unblocks his small camp, so he'll be able to start farming that right away. And he is going to have that good time in the mid lane. FNG, courier snipe. That's one.
Dire's courier has been killed.
They're very even between Carl and Limp.
Yeah. Both have farmed a small camp. I think they both got the same small camp as well.
Oh, it's actually going to be top lane. They do manage to get it onto FNG. S4 wasn't able to push him back. There was not enough.
Hanskin does have his pull available, though. They did not decide to block it on the side of T1. ET, of course, does benefit when there is a pull
Wanna play
available,
with
being able
fire?
to use his spirit on it, but as soon as Hanskin pulls it back, that's when they're going to be pretty sad on the bottom side of T1.
Top lane, they're definitely having a very good time here.
Yeah.
They are getting a good edge against 23 in this laning phase, at least.
FNG is just frustrating at 23. The constant ignites.
And we have that solid spear knocking down 23, stopping them getting that continued build up.
And I was mentioning before how they had that big stacked pull bottom. It denied a whole wave just now. So positioning of the lane is going to be really nice for Nico Baby. It's going to be all the way under his tower, which means the T1, if they step up too far, it's going to give extra chances for Nico and for Hanskin to take advantage of that.
Ride. You should.
And it is right when they hit level 6, or hit level 3 too, on those two heroes on T1. So that's when they have their strongest point, and it's in a good spot for Alliance. Lane positioning, that is. Nico Baby.
Oh,
Oh. Obs and Sentry Wards
wait.
on the floor. What's happening?
wait, who did that?
It was your own damn.
I think
What's
those are
going on?
FNGs.
Oh,
Those are FNGs. Whiteman's about to kill him. He tipped him. Cuckoo saw it from across the map.
No.
He stole them instead. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Wait, can you place enemies once? Do they don't become yours, right? Do they? Or they do?
I don't think I've ever even stolen enemy objects.
When has anyone ever stolen enemy objects?
They
What?
look placeable, but I'm not sure. I don't even know. Oh, and I
why
don't
were
even
they
have
on
an
the
answer.
ground? He just dropped them off the courier? Or
I
something?
think
Or-
so. And then he wanted to keep himself in the
Sure.
lane. He didn't want to have to
Yeah.
back up to get it from courier. Okay.
Yeah, but can he use them for himself now? You don't know. They look. You don't.
I've never gotten to steal
Steal
people's
someone's
obs
and
and sentries.
sentries.
I gotta be honest.
All right. Well,
Oh my goodness.
what's he gonna do? Maybe he'll give them back. I'm sorry. You can take them back.
Hey, it might be.
See,
Payment received.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
he did.
No, no.
He did. He
He
can
can
place
place
it. He can place it.
He
and
can
it's
place
his,
it. All right, I was gonna say. he
Yeah,
probably
they
can.
count as his
Oh
now.
my
They
God.
count as his.
Oh no. Oh boy.
Now, let's just hope that it's not one of those things where if it gets dewarded, it breaks the game. Because the game's like, wait, hang on.
Wait a minute.
Can't compute.
It just gives it to FNG,
That's,
gives it the gold
yeah.
anyway. Yeah. Or gives it to Whitemon, sorry.
Well, easy wards there.
Well, I actually don't think I've ever seen. Oh God!
Oh, this is why he's dewarding the ward. He's broken the game.
Wait.
He's dewarding the ward. He's broken the game. That's
Oh wait.
it.
Oh, wait, are you serious?
I told you, bro.
No, they're coming
No,
back.
it's
I mean, that was very convenient timing. Wait, what
I
the
told
hell?
you. No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm sure. I'm sure
Holy
it's
crap.
a coincidence. It's a coincidence. It's not a bug. I hope it's.
Oh,
Imagine if it was.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're all good. Dash ping. Yeah, all good. We're fine. Oh no. No,
Jesus.
Carl's gone again. Oh no. I told you, bro. They dewarded the ward that he picked up from the enemy. That is. They didn't write the code for that.
Oh man.
They didn't have
coming
enough
back.
code to write enough for that. And
The cheers
the
are
game's
coming out.
broken. Yep. The game is broken. I mean, maybe the game actually has broken, Fog.
I mean, what they
like,
literally all
they
these.
keep
It must have been
reconnecting
like a
the
quick
DC.
power. It must have been like a power surge or something.
Okay.
Something must have happened in the
Alright.
room, right? Like, otherwise they wouldn't all DC at the same time.
Yeah, but they just reconnected and DC'd again. What's going on here?
Oh, Jesus.
Are you guys fine? I mean, yeah,
I'm chilling.
I'm
Is he
fine.
asking us?
Right, they're back in. Are we
Okay.
good?
Let's see. No DC, but TS log. They have packet loss apparently. So.
All right. Well, FNG's got ward loss.
Yeah. Yes, indeed.
Yeah, yeah. If he hits that ward again. the
Well, you know
whole-
what? He's getting
They're
maybe.
out for-
You know what, Owen? Maybe it was a ploy the whole time. That now he's getting the gold and the experience from dewarding the
Well,
obs that he gave away.
That's true.
Maybe.
Would you give up your obs if you knew you were getting a guaranteed deward of it?
Ooh,
Probably not.
maybe early
Oh,
game.
yeah, maybe that's the play. FNG here.
Oh jeez.
Right, they're struggling here on T1. What's happening here?
We'll find out in a moment, huh? What's going on in the
Everybody's
lanes?
back in,
What's going on in these lanes right now? So.
but if FNG hits that ward one more time, they might not. Next time they won't be coming back. Right, we're trying.
Let's see what we
So
got. Okay, so Limp, he sees the gank coming in. Carl is smoked back to the mid lane. And then we'll be okay. And the ward will be warded.
Radiant's
Yeah, we
top
fixed the
tower
code.
And he gets the money and he gets the experience.
It's all good. Everything working as intended. I'd like to think that somewhere there was a Valve dev watching, being like, I don't know what happens.
Oh, Carl! He just walks into no man's land. Stop. Won't save. Trying to get a return kill.
Not going to have enough there, though. And now with the shrapnel, they might be able to chase down. Oh, he's pretty speedy, actually. He's very speedy.
He's got a 3-hero spirit on him. He's got that plus
They're still chasing.
120. Can't quite catch him.
He's out and he's away.
All right.
Big kill on onto Carl, though. Going to keep Limp having a very nice time in the mid lane. He was already farming pretty freely.
He was.
Continue.
And Carl just, he walked up blind. I mean, not blind. I think he had the obs ward at the end there, but he just walked right into them. I don't know. That was a bit weird.
Yeah.
A bit over-aggressive by him this time. Not a Necrophos. And S4 is level 6 and has come out ahead in the top lane.
Yeah, he's
Over 20.
having a great
That
time.
is crazy.
Oh. Can they kill him here? He's going to go for the TP out, and it's a smart call.
Yep. Big plays. Alliance, all 3 lanes looking good. FNG just puts a ward up. That one's going to get quickly dewarded. Zephyr trying to slow down the push.
He might be in trouble here, Zephyr. He's taking some big hits here from Limp. Yeah, Zephyr's gone for good. He's trying to turn him. Backup's on its way.
He's still alive.
Oh, okay.
He's still alive.
Here we go. We've got the sniper hit coming in. Bam! Assassinate comes into play, but all in all, T1, they do get 2 kills out of them.
And they get a deward.
Good response there from T1 coming in with the numbers.
Yep.
Making sure that the Lions don't get away with that for free.
I did not expect this top lane to go so well. for S4 though. But that quick little lane swap that they had, right? Just deciding to put the ogre top instead.
Yeah, it's much better.
It paid off massively.
Good pulls as well there, taking away quite a bit for
Dire's
23.
middle tower is under attack.
Another D ward. This time from the side of Alliance, so taking out a couple of those.
Burns, doesn't it?
Carl looks to be playing the catch-up game, trying to get those bots at a good timing now after he did die.
Oh,
Around
23.
top.
Got the setup onto 23 with the arena down. They've got
They
the
got it.
burst. Limp comes in with the assassinate. Getting involved in another kill there. Nice, an easy movement for Limp up the river.
S4 on point.
Well, they've got to do something about this Mars. Get him out of this lane,
Yeah.
but it's not looking like an easy thing for them to do. Carl, as you say, just he's not going to be interested in getting involved until he at least has his boots of travel done.
Yeah, the support movement this time around for T1 has not been there like they did in the first game.
Oh, Carl!
Is he going?
Yeah, taking a bit of a risk there, stepping into the river to try and go on hand scan.
Another D ward too. Alliance getting all of them. Does give Cuckoo space to farm bottom. Does get a little bit of breathing room. But Nico Baby's farming some ancients. He's like, this is fine.
Just, you know, Cuckoo, he ended the last game, so, you know, T1 can give him the space to get the items to make the plays. It's going to be something. But they're heading his way. Alliance.
But Alliance have come out ahead all 3 lanes.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo, he's still lingering.
He's in quite a bit of trouble here, I think. Fisher out, but there's 3 heroes on the hunt for him. And Nico Baby, he's going to be able to pick up the kill. Slowly. As, he's trying to make sure that he gets the last hit on it. And he will.
And that's a lot of XP. Level 7 Earthshaker. Split 3 ways, 174 for each. What's Zephyr been? What have they been doing? They've just been keeping some stacks going so that 23 Savage can be more enabled because he did not get that much farm in top.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Yeah, they're still
attack.
quite behind. 2k gold lead by 10 minutes right now for Alliance. These lane setups. And smoking aggressively immediately.
And they know how
Dire's
strong
top
they are
tower
around
is under
S4.
attack.
Yep. Those are levels. 5 and 5 on the 2 supports. Will 3 ignite. Carl. They see him there.
There we
Carl,
go.
he's speedy.
Charging in.
But they're
Arena's out.
faster.
Do have the Fisher. It's blocking S4 off, but they're still able to get around. Nico Baby jumps in. Carl goes down.
Dire's structures are
Big hits.
fortified.
And they're faster with the tether, with the phase boots from the Mars. No Idolina can get away. And now, instant transition to mid. Easy tower.
Yeah, very active this game from Alliance, and it's
Dire's middle
looking
tower
a whole
has
lot
fallen.
smoother than that last game. Tower taken. Ancients as well, continuing to go in the way of Nico Baby as T1 losing control of the map.
And he's going to lose another ward. That's like 4 D wards in a row from the side of Alliance
Radiant's
versus
top
T1.
tower is under attack.
FNG's going to walk back over for it. Maybe he gets punished, but he sees them moving over as well. Okay, so they didn't get the D ward off there, but they are aware of the positioning of that ward, and that ward doesn't really do a whole lot for them at this point in the game.
I mean, what's the play here for Team? I mean, you have this Razor carry. How'd you get him sort of into the game?
I think they should start connecting with the 2 supports and making the moves bottom, to be honest with you, because they both have 6. Echo Slam is at the ready. If you can pull attention away from the Razor, that's how you make him space as well. But the thing is, Alliance is just ready for it. Look at this. They're just blocking the area for the 2 supports to make the way down to bottom.
First.
3 highest net worth pretty much on Alliance. Limp's farm. Spiraling out of control here. Nico Baby's not too far behind him at all. Still a lot of a catch-up to
Mine is
be done here by T1's cause.
They're so scared. Look at FNG just walk in at them. He's gonna put. Is he just gonna try to walk in and place a sentry there? I think he's gonna die this time.
I mean, they've got the 3 of them. FNG very, very dead.
He really wants that ward.
Burns, doesn't it?
Get more out of this. And the shrapnels are going to be sent out by Limp to stop the chase. They are going to turn over towards Cuckoo. Cuckoo Does have a Fisher at the ready though, so they can't keep chasing. T1 able to get out of there in space.
Space for
granted for Savage.
Exactly, yeah. Drawing a lot of attention toward that ancient area. Cuckoo almost has a Blink Dagger finished up on the Earthshaker. S4 still in the area, and he does have Blink. He sees a moment of opportunity.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Will likely take it. The wave's pushing in. Whitemon. Gonna sit very far back.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower
Scans
is
there.
under attack.
Alliance is aware of their positioning. Oh. S4 really wants to go, but he knows it's just a bit too scary with the ET and the Snapfire back there. He knows they are there as well. And oh man, oh, Zephyr, I didn't even realize, but Zephyr went very greedy skill build. He went the 1-4-1 on the ET. So he feels like he's going to be able to go in and hit people rather than going for the usual, like 3 points in Stomp and 2 points in Spirit, something along that we usually see.
Oh, look at this jump forward. Arena's
He's already
out.
cooking him out.
They tried to cookie Cuckoo back to safety. I mean, to be fair, Cuckoo is still alive.
burning.
They haven't finished him off yet. Cuckoo's running out of the shrapnel. Cuckoo does still tick down, but the kisses are coming out. Limp's going to go down. T1, they get themselves on top of FNG as well.
Look at Zephyr's damage.
I mean,
Plus 418.
He's chasing on. Nico Baby's got to run. He's got to stomp again in a second. He's not going to catch him. Nico Baby out with the jump, but a great hold there from T1 down on the bottom lane as Alliance. They're getting a little too ahead of themselves with that, and it cost them their mid's life. Limp goes down.
You could tell that S4 was skeptical about going in there,
Yeah.
especially when he saw like so many rotations coming out. He knew the ET and the snap were already there. Cookie saved long enough to get him out of there.
Oh, time for the Roach, Nico Baby says. Are T1 going to have wind of this?
Looks like they're already walking over. Zephyr?
They did it. They had
They're
the
already
obs. It was
sent
underneath the obs, so yeah, they know what's going on. I mean, can Nico Baby force this Roche? I don't know if he can. He's going to try. Can they get in here, T1? It doesn't look like they can. The Alliance are getting the space to do this.
They're going to get it. They're going to finish it. And Nico Baby has Diffusal.
Radiant's middle tower is under
They've got to be
attack.
careful how far they run into this Ursa now, because he will absolutely eat them.
It's a rough fight for Alliance down bottom, but making the most of it there by swinging straight over to the Roche pit. Understanding that T1 weren't likely to try and take the fight there.
Yeah, both supports ults were still on cooldown, the kisses as well as that splitter, so they can just go for that commitment. Since Ursa kills it off so quickly.
Yeah, Cuckoo has, however, got that Blink Dagger done now, so T1 could look to try and strike with this.
20 seconds until they have kisses, but I think they're going to go before that. As soon as the blink gets delivered.
Straight up smoke.
Yeah.
See if they can find a play onto. Jumping Limp would be the dream for them. With the sniper out.
Nice play by Limp, though. He seems
Dire's
to know something, too. He's going to quickly shrapnel mid. Gotta be careful. Back to the jungle. DD.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
No such thing as too much damage.
Going to show their intentions there, so likely to get the jump that they want to. Carl's just focused on finishing the BKB.
His biggest priority, so he can just never worry about the initiation from the Mars. He can just stand his ground. He's about to have it done.
Sort of the shrapnels and the ignites
Yeah.
and these team fights coming out from Alliance have been a huge nuisance for T1's cause to fight on through.
Absolutely. And already a Hurricane Pike finished up for Limp, so that Link never really going to be put on him anyway, more than likely. He's going to have ways to be able to break it, help out his teammates too, get the disengage. Savage also is about to have a BKB, so they will have a 2 BKB timing on the side of T1 with that Blink Dagger on Earthshaker, but Alliance, they still have that Aegis for about 3 minutes.
Quick with the blink there, Cuckoo. He was ready for the trees.
And let's see, are they going to smoke it up? Lanes, I don't think they feel like lanes are in a decent spot right now. The lanes are not in a good spot for a T1 to really smoke. Gotta wait a little longer. And there's the BKB for Carl. 250 for Savages.
Alliance is still looking to try and make a play up top, but it's just the two of them. Nico maybe does still have to be a bit careful how he pokes, even with the Aegis. Doesn't have the whole team around.
Wymon's just Very good at keeping himself off the map, too. I'm seeing him not stealing creep waves, not showing himself, so every single time, you know, Alliance is trying to make these aggressive plays, but yeah, every single time, this free force staff, as everyone likes to call it, from Snapfire, is into play. Yeah, very good positioning still from White One. 2-0-4. But Alliance still having this 2K advantage from that early lead.
Bold and sweet.
Alright, do they look to meet up and smoke on T1, or do they want to wait a little bit longer for Aegis to get reclaimed? They've got those BKBs, they've got the blinks.
And going before S4 has his BKB would be rather nice for them.
Yeah, he's still quite a ways away.
Yeah. So if they can get on top of it, either him or them, take one of those two out of the team fight. It'll be a lot harder for Nico Baby to have the space.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Good D-ward there from Zephyr. Tower is very low. They do have a glyph available. S4 finds Zephyr on the side here. He's going to settle with that.
Yes, yeah. It'll lock him down. Carl is over from the side, but yeah, nothing to help Zephyr.
MMR is just a number.
Yeah, Vinci doing the same build that we saw.
Is under attack.
Picked up from a lot of people now in the Ogre and Puppy and everyone. The Veil. It's very useful.
Radiant's middle
Throw
tower
your
is
damage
under
from that
attack.
distance. And Tower
Dire's bottom tower has
does
been
get taken out.
denied.
Is a deny though.
Back to just waiting out the Aegis, it looks like,
Yeah,
for T1.
it really does seem like what it's going to be until they smoke.
Really careful about making any moves.
Yep.
I mean, it's only there for 30 more seconds, so that
Yeah.
they have
And-
managed to get through most of it here, T1. Oh, Kui's just in!
He finds two.
He's in with a two-man slam, starts things off straight away onto both S4 and Nico Baby. 20 seconds on the Aegis for Nico Baby. He's got to be careful, he's getting out of here.
Shrapnel.
Savage,
Victory Savage.
cooking back to safety. Quick moves there from Cuckoo and certainly shakes up Alliance a bit here. S4 gone.
He wasn't hesitating either. The moment he saw an opportunity to jump, he took it. And that's the Aegis reclaim. And I was mentioning early on how it is still difficult. You know, early on before like the game started with the draft, how it's difficult still to get the sniper because of all these bruisers that they have. We're starting to see the itemization. You know, I mentioned the Snapfire Ags is one of those things that they will have to get at some point. He's halfway, and he does have a Philosopher's Stone, so that means it's going to come quite a bit more naturally in that GPM. So that's going to help a lot for them to get into the back line.
I mean, what are you, you're sort of just shooting what the ET or the Razor on top of the sniper? What's sort of the plan?
They have BKBs, so yeah, you can do either one. Like, you can probably throw the Razor right onto him. But if ET has Aghanim, sure, you're going to be able to throw him, but that's going to take more time because now they're both farming as these supports, so they're going to be taking some more.
And they're eyeing up mid again, T1.
Dire's are scanning.
I mean, Alliance, as we've seen even when they had the edges, playing very carefully here. I mean, do you think they feel that they can, like, who's it under sort of more pressure this game with their drafts, do you think?
I think that Alliance has really good skill. The thing is they have Sniper for high ground defense always. So that's always going to be there. But it's just a kiss. The Mortimer thing can change things because you just get people on top of him, but
Dire's top
That's true.
tower
Yeah, you
is
can have
under
somebody
attack.
being chucked in by the Snapfire, blinking on the Shaker. Was it still, what, 23 was going for the blink on the Razor?
no.
Anyway, he did have a Q there.
He had a cute. I think he's
Changed
just,
plan.
yeah, because he's probably like, I don't need a blink. I
Yep,
have Snapfire.
Snapfire.
Snapfire's going to send me in. I would feel like Alliance is on a bit of more of a timer, to be honest with
Radiant's
you. Even though they
middle
have this
tower is
Sniper for
under
this like
attack.
crazy high ground defense and there's a Razor.
Yeah.
I see ET. ET always just changes everything for me.
Well, it just becomes this additional core.
He's just an additional huge core and everybody's damage becomes quote-unquote pure damage in a way in the later stages.
Radiant's middle tower
And they just
is
have
under
such
attack.
overwhelming team fight. But we'll see. Because high ground defensive sniper can always just be some crazy stuff. Bloodlusted sniper on high ground. Overextensions by T1 can just get turned and Alliance cannot. Still be in a great spot. As they are right now.
Oh, he wants to go
Or-
here, Cuckoo. Straight in with the Echo onto the creep wave and S4.
He
does it
soloed
alone.
him.
Cuckoo, ladies and gentlemen.
Damn fought.
Look at the damage done. The pre-totem. That was a big creep wave.
I think he just straight up got 2 levels out of those one.
I think he
was,
just
level
straight
12,
up got 2
level
levels
14
out of
now.
that as well. And that was like the BKB pretty
Yep.
much done for S4. And
Oh, we still not got it done.
now Cuckoo's almost got his done. Well, not almost, but getting a lot closer. Good lord. That was a huge hit. Yeah, 1,358 XP.
And even when these games, as like last one did, you know, it really did sort of become very calm and peaceful. We can always rely on Cuckoo to give us a bit of action.
Yeah. Passive farm from both sides continues too. Where, you know, Philosopher's Stone on the Snapfire. Who had the Philosopher's Stone on the other side? The Io, I believe, right? So Hanskin, he's got his Holy Locket done. He's got his mech. Bottom.
Chasing down Nico, baby. And it will save him. It's going to cost Hanskin his life for sure, though. And Nico, baby, getting to live to see another day.
What a punk.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, that axe is creeping closer and closer.
Philosopher's Stone for the win.
Albert done. Mech is out now for Hanskin, so
He has a Philosopher's Stone, so he's always going to get naturally very farmed as well.
Radiant structures are fortified.
take some towers down.
Radiant's
Down the mid they go.
middle tower
Roshan is
under
back
attack.
up. Got to keep eyes on Nico, baby, maybe sneaking in and taking that one once again.
Yeah, Zephyr also has 2.5 components of
He's-
his
he's
Aghanims
close,
too.
dude. He's
He's
getting
getting
there.
close too. Shard is also a really good pickup versus Sniper too, because you can just, hello, you stomp and you
Actually
appear
yeah.
right on top of him. So.
I mean, you said it, you know, the amount of ways T1 can break the
Yeah.
high ground if Alliance want to, trying to play this sort of drawn out, let's hold the high ground, wait for T1 to overextend.
Radiant's
I mean, T1's got so many ways to just suddenly appear on top of you.
yeah.
So it's not an, you know, your base isn't that the safest of places it usually is.
Smoke on smoke. Do we have a BKB done on Mars? We do. So S4 has his BKB, so he could just jump in and start the fight if he sees anybody. He sees the snap.
Oh, he's going to jump.
He's gonna go.
Arena's in as well at the BKB pop. Focusing down the snap 5 first. They'll get him over to the side. Carl takes down the Ogre.
Nico baby.
5x comes out from
He's
FNG.
stuck.
He's stuck. And the link is
Fissure.
building up. There's, oh,
Wait.
wait, what?
What?
What? I mean, he's going to die anyway, but what?
He walked through it.
Just walked through the fissure.
He's dead anyway, and the
I
Io's
mean,
now
he's dead
done.
anyway. I don't know what happened
Oh,
there. Anyway,
Splitter.
Splitter is coming
Limp.
in on Limp. Limp's been caught out. Another Fisher comes into play. He'll go down. FNG, he brought back for this. He will die. The kisses are coming out to S4. No BKB
Oh, it's a
ready for the rest of the
disaster.
fight. It's going to be a team wipe and more, of course, with that dieback from FNG as T1 take down everybody.
And Roche is alive for the taking. Oh my goodness. The commitment onto Whitemon, but then the fissure.
Look at that.
The
That's a
perfect
shoo.
fissure. Did he actually?
just
He
walked
walked
through-
through it, right?
he-
Like, I'm not blind.
I mean, it seemed like the Razor and him were in the same spot. Maybe like Razor just pushed him over the fissure.
Was he phasing and then like his phase is deactivated and he just got like shoved because the Razor was where he was when he's whatever. Either way, a beautiful fight from T1, all in
Yeah,
position for it.
dude.
and-
I think it's
my
got. I
goodness.
think it was something like that. You're right. The phase ends. on
Phase
the
ends
Razor.
when he's standing
in the
on him
same
and he gets
spot,
shoved.
and
That's
he
the
gets
only thing I
shoved
can
over
think
the
of.
fissure. I don't know.
I don't know.
But it didn't matter. Maybe, you know, Gaben was giving Alliance a bit of extra fortune, saying, hey, off you go, off you run. But T1, they still managed to outdo that, taking down everybody. And now getting up to quite a big lead here after a bit of a peaceful mid-game, or early
And-
mid-game. 6K lead now for T1.
And we see there from our beautiful observer pointing it out, Elder Titan gets given the shard.
I like it. I mean,
So
you said
now he
how
doesn't
good
need
it
to
was.
buy it. He's about to have his eggs. He's just going to appear on top of this sniper inside of team fights. And does Limp have a defensive item? He has Silver Edge, so at least he has got one thing to disengage himself away.
I
Well,
still
that
looking
hurricane
pretty
fight,
scary.
but
I
yeah,
mean,
very scary.
This Lena, you know, Carl's so farmed.
Yeah, he is.
16,000 net worth. It's huge. Level 20. I mean, I don't know. It's
And they've got the Ags as well on Zephyr. So, yeah, so many different ways to just get their team on top of this sniper. Oh, bottom though.
Oh.
Savage is far.
There's the BKB. It's going to start linking up. The rest of the team are coming over, and you can see Alliance, they're a bit cautious about how they commit onto him because they know that T1's coming over for this. And what are they? Already on the back. Carl.
Gets stunned. He's getting peeped.
He has got the Aegis. He's ready for a second round. Splitter coming out onto S4. Kisses flying in as well. S4 down to half HP in the trees. FNG has been found. Throws out the blast over to Cuckoo. Carl, he's going to stand his ground with the BKB. Nico Baby jumping in, trying to get on top of White on the arena's down. They've caught the three of them. Nico Baby focusing down White on the links, building up here for Savage. Savage is pretty low himself though, but Nico Baby, he's got to be careful. Hanskin
Huge
comes in
full
with a
heal.
heal, keeps him healed up back to full HP and allows Nico Baby to stand back tall to Zephyr. Brings down the Elder Titan. T1, they're on the escape.
Spear?
Another spear. It will catch Savage. S4
got
finds him hiding in the trees. Alliance will be able to hit back hard.
Great playing around the tree lines. FNG, that was actually super clutch. Him just walking along the trees gets the initial stun on the Lina. Sniper has positioning to just peep on top of him. And then just kind of discoordinated spells coming out from T1. A splitter, completely whiffs near the tower. Kisses all whiff as well, and a great chase through by Alliance. Nice clutch heal too, coming in from Hansky. Just full healing Nico Baby. Nice ult there. That's for catching everybody.
Big arena.
Not letting Kuku get the initiation. Not letting him get the grab from the tree lines.
Gonna get in. Slam is up for the next play. We'll let this tier 2 go. There's 2 heroes down. Alliance
They're
getting
back.
the space to push it. I said that the TPs are coming in. Let's see if they can get the catch here. Carl is thinking about sneaking up on this.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
S4's in the area with the BKB still.
Alliance, what do they want to do? They don't want to stick around.
That almost looked like Alliance was maybe baiting him to go. If he had gone,
Yeah,
I think they could have perhaps baited him. Because they had the IO behind for the big heals. And then the Mars can just jump in and try to control the Earthshaker. But maybe not wanting to take so big of a risk after they just got a nice win for themselves. Just wanted to back up, reset.
Oh, nice wall. He's got the arena, but Carl,
He gets him?
he's been caught, but can they take him down all the way? They can with Nico Baby coming over, but BKB comes up. Carl, he's on the run.
He's live.
He's on the run. He's out with the BKB. He gets out of there. Savage charges in with his own BKB on top of Nico Baby. Nico Baby gets back to safety. S4 caught in the pit. Fair bit of damage built up by 22 Savage, but S4 pushed him back with a spear. The chance to blink out. T1, they'll head back. Nobody to die here.
Oh my god, Carl is lucky.
That was close. It was a very, very close one there for Carl. I've got a lot of money to sort of sort out here. T1, they've got the Ags on. ET ready. I think Carl as well. He had a lot of money before that, about 4k gold.
He was going for Shivas.
See?
Like,
Yeah,
he wants to stop all that healing, I think, and just be a little bit tankier versus the Ursa.
yeah,
Easier ways
he's
to
got
kite.
it now.
Yeah.
So there was a fair bit of money that was unspent in that last bit of a...
He's even holding on to a Psychic Headband, which is something you don't see too often on these Linas as a core. Sure, the cast range is all nice, but I think it's also just a pushback. Like, just pushing the Ursa off of him is going to be important. Anything for them to just kite and survive longer, get constant spell usage off. It's going to be more beneficial. Mid.
Quite able to get the catch in. And there's a lot behind Nico Baby. Pretty much the entirety of Alliance standing there behind their Ursa. Now ready to look for the smoke play. All 5 of them Alliance on the hunt.
Are scanning.
T1 now set up very prepared.
They were very convinced someone was down there. They like really looked along the tree lines. A little bit skeptical to go claim that high ground here. Yeah, they're not going to risk it. Smoke is ending too early. This next pickup so looks like Refresher soon onto Savage. Not going to build armor. Okay. He does have, of course, the BKB and that halberd to disengage, but. And we do have the fire shield picked up on the river. Just checking to see if he did have that one done now, so. Pretty good. Block a lot of damage. It's going to be coming out from the Lina. Lina does do heavy burst. 85% damage block.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It definitely does still feel that Alliance, they don't feel pressured to make many active plays. They're just being very careful. Really sort of waiting to see what T1 do, rather than make the moves themselves. T1 also very cautious right now.
Yeah.
I know Alliance will try and break things out. Last smoke didn't achieve too much. It's still the risk of going up to the high ground with these smokes. They're very, like they want to do something, Alliance, but they know how risky it is to make these plays. And we've seen them today. They've had a lot of a lot of sort of these moves end pretty badly.
Yeah.
So
Especially with the one that happened even in this game,
Yeah.
where as 4 jumped on high ground, they lost 6 heroes. So definitely has to be a bit careful. Everybody is pretty much fire shielded though, so they are at least bloodlusting and fire shielding everybody before they go.
I mean, these smoke usages is basically just them smoking on the off chance that T1 are moving into them at the same time.
Yeah.
They're never really trying to get over onto T1's half of the map with these smokes.
T1 has literally not moved.
Yeah,
They've
they're
just
also
sat
being-
in the mid lane because those side lanes have been pushed out so far.
I think T1's happy farming. It seems to be that way. They're not.
I don't think Alliance feels too fussed about farming either. They're
Sure.
probably like, hey,
We'll
we've got the
hold the high
sniper for
ground.
late game. Yep.
Yeah.
Sniper high ground. It's a full item picked up here for our sniper, MKB. So that halberd won't be nearly as effective anymore for Savage, that evasion.
It's gonna hit.
He is going to
Tower
hurt.
is under attack.
Bloodlusted as well.
Yep.
Also has Mindbreaker, so even more little bit of damage.
This force is going to be very nice as well from Hansken. Help keep Nico Baby in on a target, get him away from the Razor if necessary.
Yeah, that's really good.
Get him out of the combo. Does get caught by the quick jumps of Cuckoo.
T1 is. It's been 2.5 minutes and they've literally just been playing with 5 in the mid lane.
Roche is up. That's going to be good news for Alliance, I would imagine. They
And
did
it's
take it down
scouted.
quite quickly. T1.
Now they're gonna smoke. Did they
No.
hit an item timing or something that may cause them to, or no? No,
The refresher was already there for
Yeah,
a bit
they
of
already had it.
time.
They were just waiting for a moment of opportunity when the lanes looked better for them.
Let's see. Alliance, as we saw with their smokes, they were very hesitant to move over to the other side of the map. We'll see if T1 want to come over to Alliance's side. Alliance, they've got the
Whoop,
high ground.
they
They're
see
going to jump in. Nico Baby in straight away. S4 comes in with the BKB. They've taken down Whitemon. Arena's down, but Carl turns with his own BKB. Hansken buffing up the Ursa, but Ursa gets
Ursa just
bursted.
gets
The Lagunas
destroyed.
come out from Carl. Carl ready to run down S4. You've got Cuckoo and 23 Savage. They stay on top of FNG. The Ogre falls.
Zephyr's
S4
chasing
pushes
Sniper.
back Carl.
Zephyr's soloing Sniper! He solo killed Limp!
And at the same time, it's not looking great for the rest of Alliance either. 23 Savage is running down Nico Baby and Hansken. They'll get underneath the tower, but Cuckoo, he's jumping. Oh, see that
Oh.
damage! Cuckoo, that enchant totem, it just took pretty much the entirety of Nico Baby's health away
And it's
from him.
dieback! And Almar is also
S4.
S4.
Oh, he's gonna live for now. But
They're chasing. They have a stomp they
They
can
are.
catch it too, but
Cuckoo.
he blinks out. Dude, Zephyr solo killed the mid. The ET, he just stomped, appeared on top of him. They force-staffed him to dodge the splitter, but didn't matter. He had like 500 move speed, caught right up to him. Just literally punched him down.
And doing that sort of fight in a rough position, they come in from the river. Alliance, they have the full high ground vision and information. Nico Baby tries to jump in, but it couldn't end any worse. As you said, a dieback from Nico Baby. T1, they've really played it cool, calm, and safe this game. It is paying off massively. Roshan, it's theirs, up to nearly a 10k lead. And I think, you know, Alliance, they are going to have to fall back and rely on their sort of belief in the fact that their high ground defense is going to be strong enough to push back T1, because as it goes with regards to plays out on the map, T1, they've just got their number every single time.
Absolutely. They know it's a target prioritization. They know who they have to go for. Zephyr's like, you guys do not worry about Sniper. Sniper is my job.
Yep.
And he, like, that's it. Like, now he has Mask of Madness as well that he picked up afterwards.
So
So
it's just
how are you going to
boom,
get
boom,
away?
boom.
Like, this Sniper actually has no way to get away unless he actually buys a shard. He might need to get the shard, the concussive grenade, to push that ET off of him.
They just split the fight perfectly.
Yeah.
Razor as well. He stays on top of the Ursa.
Yep.
Making it very hard for Nico Baby to play his game.
Like, you
And
can't
then
even
builds up.
look at the mini map is what you need to really look at. Like, look at
Zephyr.
the dark green chasing the teal, and look at Limp's HP on the top. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and he just kills him. Like 4 or 5 auto attacks.
Back in action, FNG. He's out of action. Alliance, they're going to have to huddle up and hold the high ground as
Radiant's
T1, they're ready to swing round, take away these tier 2s. And after those last few fights, I don't know if Alliance can pull anything together outside of it.
Who's
Hansken,
hunting?
he's dancing outside of the base. He has got the tether just in time. Carl was going in for him.
It's a DD Lina. Up to top tower with the DD.
Radiant's
Who
top
actually has
tower
the
has
shard? The refresher shard. Yeah, okay, Razor. So they have Aghanim's Razor with refresher, with
Whoa.
refresher shard, with the Eye of the Storm interval, and he's about to get level 25 for Eye of the Storm target. So triple Razor ult
Oh my goodness.
when they go for the high ground push.
Yeah, good luck trying to
Or-
fight into that.
Triple Razor ult into sending him in with the Snapfire ult.
Shooting him in.
to some heroes.
Sudden thunderstorms coming in from the east.
Oh, Cuckoo's hunting. Spots Nico Baby. Nico Baby sees him.
Oh, Nico baby. Oh, he's damage. He's sent in. It's going. Be away for now.
Play cool. Zephyr scouting all of them with the Spirit.
Cuckoo's still hunting. He's ready to jump from the invis. Oh, S4 sees him though. They see Cuckoo sneaking forward. They get rid of the shaker.
Nice, nice, nice. Nice play by
They
us.
saw him.
Real quick play. Sneaky Ward too. They did not know that was down there. Yeah, it's outside of the range of the sentry, so he was not aware that he was under vision. 70 seconds. Earthshaker's a pretty big deal, as we've seen. What?
Oh.
Whitemon, he's still just trying to send him in.
Wait, what?
He's guessing.
He
It
just
looks like
shot.
he's just guessing.
That was a
S4.
Carl. He's found S4. He just walked up and caught him. S4. He's not getting out of this, is he? He turns, gets the arena off, but he's dead. S4 goes down. Nico Baby will be able to get in to kill off Whitemon, but the rest of Alliance having to back off. FNG turns with the stun, but the damage coming out from Carl. It's tearing him apart. Nico Baby's trying to get in on 23 Savage, but 23
He
Savage
can't
is able
fight
to get away. And now Nico Baby's got to run, but he's not going to be able to do so. The Plasma Field Slow comes in. Nico Baby down for 90. Hansken, he's got Tether up. He's going to force himself up to the high ground, but the refresher from 23 Savage. A second ring comes flying out. Hansken out of the game.
Zephyr's in. He's
Carl.
on top of the sniper.
And he's trying to hold the high ground here. Zephyr indeed running underneath the tier
too deep, though.
4s. Fortification comes out. Zephyr, he will die for this. Carl, is he getting out either? Assassinating on him. FNG trying to close in, but Carl.
Ooh. Did he satanic off the dust? I believe he did. He
There's
dispelled
no
the
way
distance.
there. T1 again, just bringing the fire. Alliance, it will push them back, but losing 4 heroes, spending 2 buybacks. And T1, they've still got the Aegis intact on Carl. They get it pretty, the sort of the big heroes out of there. No loss whatsoever. 15k lead now for T1.
But we did get to see the beauty of exactly what, the sniper on high ground defense, where he's able to just sit back, get that peep off. I think he did
The
over,
Cuckoo's straight back in for
8,000
the
damage.
action.
Of course he is.
They're just running in FNG. FNG's trying to get out to do a bit of warding. He's going to die for this one. BKB popped by Cuckoo. He's a little concerned with Limp looking towards him.
He's sending in the Razor.
They are Savage. He's in on the front line, sent right up to tier 3. S4, he's coming out of the base. He's looking for someone, but he's not finding anyone. Pops the arena down. He's got to run and get out of there. No follow-up to the arena right now. The kiss is coming in from Whitemon.
Fresh
Alliance,
BKB.
they've got to be careful how they hold the high ground. They're looking towards Carl, but Carl cooking his safety into the silver edge. He's away.
Snipe. Safe. That's the Aegis reclaimed. T1 was really trying to push the envelope with that
They're
Aegis
going.
there.
We're going to get some fantastic base dives here
Yeah.
for T1. Straight past the tier 3s, underneath the tier 4s, Zephyr last time.
Yep, and they forced Limp to use his first BKB extremely defensively inside of the base. So that is the 9-second reveal.
Gold is a great conductor.
Zephyr truly is a madman. He's even bought a drum now too, so anything to give him some movement speed, attack speed to be able to try to stick onto this sniper. I think he's even taken a Penta Edge Sword for himself rather than his
I
teammates.
think he should.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like
it-
range
yeah, no
damage.
one else
If I
wants
get
it.
a main proc, then sniper can't run.
Oh my, yeah, he's terrifying.
It's just
It's terrifying.
he has been the one who's just the sniper is his prey.
I mean, it really worked out for T1. So that period of the game where they kept the game at a bit of a stalemate. The Alliance weren't really able to make moves into them. T1, they get these items, and now we're just seeing team fight after team fight. Alliance, they can't keep up.
But the base has not been broken, and there
hasn't.
is a sniper in the game. So
The high ground turnaround, that's what they're looking towards, and it definitely felt like that was the plan all along here from Alliance.
the plan is now in 18 minutes when the ballista drops for the
The
sniper.
ballista. Oh, that's true. I've not seen a good ballista in a while.
I haven't seen a good sniper ballista in a while either, yeah. Because they are going to be trapped. They are absolutely going to be trapped in their base for quite some time now.
For sure.
Going outside is just too scary, especially after using those buybacks. How's ours looking? 19 seconds until the Ursus is back up, but the other 2 supports still on cooldown for 5 minutes.
Well, what we got?
Dire
Wait, what?
scared.
There's no ballista anymore.
Wait, what? Well, nobody tell me.
Radiant's
My
bottom
ballista.
under attack.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing it's not there anymore.
Yeah,
Let's be honest.
it's gone. No ballista. Just checking you up to date with the patches, chat.
I got you good.
I hope you'll pass the test. I was just pretending. Promise.
Io, Hunskin.
Oh, okay. That's a dead eye. No buyback either. S4's going to go for the TP out, but the Mika Mika so then nothing to stop it though. S4 will back up.
How long on buyback?
Too long. 4
Doesn't
minutes
have
on
gold.
Hanscan.
Yeah, doesn't have gold either yet. 4 minutes. And Roche, 20 seconds until we find him. The Lions continue to be trapped inside.
Well, now there's no ballista. I don't know what to get excited about. What are we looking forward to at 60 minutes? What's the point in 60
Oh.
minutes? Whoa.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. They were all gonna lag.
I see Limp look to the future, and he was like, T1's going to have lag. I'm going to press pause. Limp there with the foresight.
Oh, they're all DCing again.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Well, apart from Cuckoo. Cuckoo's like, lag? I don't care.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire's Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Refs,
but
spam F. Yep,
Looks like it's
that-
starting to
nice.
come back. People are
That's-
starting to come back. Snapfire's back too.
That's great. It's the best tech check to do. You know, if someone tells your stream's down, ask the chat to spam F, and you always get a positive answer. Razor's, well, no, Razor's gone. Well, Carl's also gone. Oh no, had a lot of reconnects and disconnects this game.
Yep.
Go
Going
when ready.
ready.
You're missing
You're
Carl.
missing a teammate.
23, you haven't got your mid. Come on. Don't forget about Carl.
He's like, wait.
And then what? Yes, he's on your same team. We are waiting. It's your carrier. Just said go. Here we go. Carl's back.
Alrighty.
There we go.
Okay.
F and G. Careful. Careful, sir. Okay. Another
Wasn't careful.
unsuccessful warning mission here for FNG.
He got the ward down.
I guess he did. Okay, so it was successful.
I don't think they
Partly.
saw him place either. They don't have vision up there. Now they will. Okay,
Ah,
it's
no,
done.
no.
It's not playing.
Goodbye.
I think Carl canceled
Yep.
his TP, though. He was TPing back to base, and he stopped his bots because of the unpause, so had to run all
That's
the
right,
way
good
back.
chill.
Yep.
Local down.
Picks himself up a Blink Dagger, going for the Swift Blink, just everything to get on top of Sniper. continue to sweep the map from left to right, not allowing the lines to get outside.
Well, I think it's only FNG that's daring to step out of the base.
Yep.
Everybody else is very, very cautious.
Yep, and they're just going to keep putting their heads into that Roche pit, checking to see when it does come online. Picking up these next huge big items. Full heart now for 23 Savage. And they're not really giving Alliance opportunities to go outside and get the rest of their neutral items. They're stuck on the 3 of the tier 4s.
Hold the high ground.
Roche in 2 seconds. Alliance,
they're
gonna
smoking
smoke out.
Oh, this is risky. Taking the risk here, Alliance.
Trying to get any type of vision out on the map because they're just blind. They're absolutely blind on the map.
This is very, very scary here for Alliance.
Look at the wraparound, though. Look at the line drawn.
It's pretty big. It is a big wrap around here.
Oh, Carl might run into it.
Carl would be the perfect
This
if
could
they
be
can get
huge.
Carl. Some wards down. They're not going to see Carl. Cuckoo, he's in the pit.
Oh, Cuckoo's
Oh,
walking
he's
up.
headed in. They see him. They jump.
He gets the
straight away.
BKB off.
But he
Still
still
dead.
died. They kill on Cuckoo. 23 Savage in with the Stallion. Got to Nico Baby. Nico Baby relocated outside to break the link. FNG will fall. 23 Savage focusing with the
Limp.
BKB. Carl, he's focusing down Limp. Limp can't get away in time. With the BKB's out, 23 Savage. The second round of it stays on top of Nico Baby. That's the wrong base they're running back to. The re-relocate takes them back over the fight, but they've lost 3 on Alliance. It's just Nico Baby and Hansker left alive. Carl sent forward by the Snapfire. Blinks in to close the gap on a Nico Baby. Sun catches Hansker. Hansker goes down. They got anything else to close the gap on? Nico Baby's pretty speedy. Looks like they don't. He'll get out, but 4 dead on Alliance. Only Limp with a buyback available here. T1,
He has to use it.
they're ready to roll down the mid and do some damage to the base here. Or are they?
It's
They're all
straight
dead.
back to the Roche.
To the Roche,
Soon
they play
as
it
the buy.
safe.
Yep.
They're enjoying this 1T1. They'd like to draw it out. They're not in a rush here. They know that they've got a comfortable lead. Play it safe.
They just have so many ways to get on the targets. Like, even though the Earthshaker gets caught kind of far from his team, they have blinks, they have stomps, they have this mortar gobble up that comes out from the Snapfire. They just get right on top of them so quick. You saw Sniper? Immediately Alina just appears on top of him as soon as he shows inside of the fight. Limp just has no way to pretty much do anything in the fight. So now Nico Baby shows his face bottom.
Oh. He might regret that. Needs to run.
Gobble up.
He's
He's dead.
not getting out of here. Is there any sort of save? There is not.
Oh, and
That
Limp-
is him gone for 100. Limp's got to get back up to the high ground, back up to the fountain to get away.
He's got 3 heroes back up, a 32,000 gold lead.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
And there's an Aghanim's Blessing.
Zephyr's holding on to it.
Zephyr's like, wait.
Who's he giving it to?
He's like, who doesn't have it? Lina?
Wait,
Shaker?
Lina doesn't. Give it a call.
Nah, he's gonna give it to Cuckoo.
All right.
More reach.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, he passes it over. S4. Trying to sneak in. Gets the connection. That is a very tanky Lina, though.
I mean, well, is it tanky enough, though?
Oh, the gobble!
Swapped in!
Onto
and
the
shot
sniper.
straight in the Satanic. He's back up to full HP! Carl, setting on the front line there, thanks to Wymon. Cuckoo jumping in with the Ekasama. Limp's quick with the BKB. Steps back, Fisher is out. Limp turns over towards Cuckoo. The kisses, forcing Alliance back to the base. They pop the fortification. Still 30 seconds, no Nico Baby.
Rax goes down.
Limp's trying his best to peep them out of the base here. He's not going to get any kills. And T1, they got what they wanted.
Yep, they didn't get any of those extra kills, but they got the Rax. Did whiff a little bit of an Echo Slam, but didn't matter. They got what they came for.
Well, where did the Ags go?
He gave it to their Shaker.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I saw him on. They didn't use it yet. But yeah, he's
They,
gone now.
they still have the refresher shard too.
Yep.
They passed it over to the Razor.
Right, I do. I'll give it to Cuckoo, man.
Oh, it's all about the triple. It's all about he needs the BKBs. like,
Razor.
he needs to have the BKBs and everything, but he's getting grabbed.
Relocate. He's very tanky. Incredibly tanky.
Incredibly tanky.
Incredibly.
And he's got Alina connecting.
There's 4 heroes running away from him.
And there's another BKB.
And he's got a refresher shot if he wants to do another round of it as well. FNG just dying to the lightning.
And Carl has a BKB. Or, sorry, DD to just incinerate that IO.
Oh.
And oh!
And they found S4. 3 dead outside of the base.
It was your own
T1.
Not have the damage to kill this Razor.
Pretty much the money for the full AC as well.
Yep.
Coming out ready for the high ground push here. No buyback on S4, no buyback on Hansken.
45,000 gold lead.
45. That's a lot of gold. Nico, baby. What's the plan?
Carl, he's just in.
See
Well,
what,
that's Satanic.
what can Limp do to stop this? He's got to watch out for these heroes. They're just flying in.
So many of them, though.
Yep. There's so many. Carl.
He even has to watch out for the spirit.
What?
Oh, did he save him?
He did. Well, he had
60
the Aegis.
HP.
He had the Aegis,
did.
but it keeps the Aegis alive for a couple of minutes. Whitemon with some very clutch gobble-ups. Oh, Nico, baby. Careful on the front lines. At least they're going to want to wait up until S4 and Hansken are back in action.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Easy Aegis.
3 seconds for Mars.
Oh, Nico, baby wanted a second round there.
If he gets an initial bash, could potentially, but quick blink out. Then back up and reset. 48,000 gold lead. Keep Alliance trapped inside their base.
They've got that mid-Brax.
And
Still up.
still up.
0%. Oh.
0. It is quite a hefty amount of gold, though.
I mean, it is a lot of gold. Oh.
Damage aplenty on the side of T1.
Good, good. Here we go. They're ready
They
for
are very ready.
the finishing blow.
Who's being sent in? Razor, are you ready? You don't have Refresher for 30, though. But they could just commit. They could just send heroes into back, and then Razor can just kill the Rax by himself.
Look at this sneak around, entering the base from the top. Alliance, are they going to be ready for this? Nico, baby, stepping forward. T1 coming in from the west. They're going to start things off straight away on a Hansken. They jump the eye on Hansken. Is he able to keep himself alive? It's underneath the tier 4. He is the tether across. He'll live. And in fact, Cuckoo goes down. Dies underneath the tier 4 towers. FNG will fall. After 100 seconds, immediate buyback from Cuckoo. Nico, baby, trying to fight Savage underneath the towers. He gets the bash up with the disarm there.
The Eye of the Storm, though.
Savage pots the BKBs out to the side. Savage will back off for now. Carl's able to get in. Takes out Hansken. Buyback from him. Takes out Nico, baby. Buyback from him. By the fountain here, Carl. He's fighting them right up to the fountain. Nico, baby, trying to step up to catch on top of Carl. Carl's backing away.
My God, they just died to the lightning. The Eye of the Storm just zapping onto the Ursa, and the Mars blinks into it as well and just gets eviscerated. And Raxes are dead.
They are. They got the mega creeps. 3 buybacks as well, having to come out from Alliance there to try and push back T1. T1 did use 2 buybacks themselves.
Yep.
With the megas out, that lead still persists. 47k lead. T1 still definitely having the lion's share of the fun here this game with the lead that they've built up.
Cocoon Zephyr didn't even get a single spell off. Immediately they jumped in with the Enchant Totem, the other one jumped in with the Stomp and just got killed immediately.
Level 30 nearly for Savage as well. He's nearly capping out. Level 30 is already down. Carly's pretty much done with farming. Moon Shard's already been swallowed. He's not really got much else to buy.
Yep. Doesn't even want his Aghanim's or his blessing, or his shell.
Oh, hang on mid. Oh, spooking out the BKB from S4. Yeah, he was
70 seconds
edge
that they
there.
can go on him now. They even see S4 for a hot second. Ooh, Spear.
did catch Carl, but still be careful about doing anything else about that.
That means no Arena for 80, no BKB for 55 on S4. Cuckoo.
Well, Limp has got 25 and he has got the Daedalus. He's got the full Daedalus. So he's packing a lot of damage now. Limp.
Megas are all creeping in though.
$48,000 lead. This is quite the numbers.
something. I feel like we've had a lot of these games where they're like 40k leads. It's pretty insane. All these Ag blessings.
It's really up to T1 if they want to wait for the 60 minutes.
Carl's like, wait, I have 10,000 gold.
10,000?
10,000.
And he's literally got nothing to buy. I said
Bots too.
doesn't want the shards of the blessing.
You can get bots too.
He might grab that now. He's got the bash queued up.
Let's see which one it is.
What's he going to do?
Neither. Refresher.
Refreshing.
Okay. Yep, double BKB,
Double BKB
double
wins the
Shiva,
game at
double
this point.
Satanic, double Silver. Yeah, it's double everything. It's phenomenal. Alliance just continue to still be trapped inside their base. Did they ever get those last neutral themselves? They did, okay.
I mean, Roche is going to be up soon again, so T1, I think they'll sit back for that.
Yeah, they did use 2 buybacks.
Yeah.
So if they want to be
Play it
super careful.
careful.
Yep.
So the aim of the game here. Don't need to take any risks when they can draw it out, have a bit more fun.
Yep. Make Alliance suffer more. I'm sure FNG is having a blast now, just clicking Bloodlust and Fire Shield on his teammates for the last like 12 minutes inside the base.
Muslim getting after the Daedalus.
He does have a good chunk of gold. He needs
Get
to sit
that
buyback,
rapier.
but probably does need the rapier.
Need some more DPS. See what anyone's going to be able to do about that. T1 still waiting on the Roche. 20 seconds.
Just farming the whole map. Everybody's farming. Zephyr's got level 25 now too. Cleaving down some creeps. He's gonna have Swift Blink on the ET as well, so even more mobility, more speed. And there we are. Roche is up.
Who even needs the stuff from the Roche now? Just take the
Who needs the? I guess you know what. Now it's time to give it to the Lina. Carl, you didn't want to buy it.
He doesn't want it.
He doesn't want it.
He don't want it. He's going to deny it. Sell it. Can you sell the blessing? You can, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Sell the blessing. Just on Savage, cheese on Cuckoo. And he will take the blessing, Carl. Now, ticking for him. Right, now they've got everything. They could still wait a few minutes if they want the 60 minutes.
Nah.
Depends how much they're in a rush, how hungry they are. It's getting up to dinner time.
It is indeed almost dinner time.
And T1 want to make sure they're down in the canteen in time.
Just waiting for somebody to show. With all these waves pushing in, all 3 coming now.
Alliance, they've got to protect Limp at all costs.
Yep.
Limp dies. Has got a buyback, so they'll have 2 shots.
There's the Razor.
Oh, he's coming in!
And the kisses.
Straight in. BKB refreshes out as well. He's ready with the 2 rounds. Cuts out FNG. Jump forward for Cuckoo. He's in onto Limp. Limp just turns. Cuckoo is dead. They've lost Cuckoo. Limp
base
turning
though.
towards his next target. He's looking towards Savage. Jump forward for Nico Baby trying to get in on top of Carl. The BKB's a pot. Savage pushing forward. He's into the fountain. Look at Zephyr go. He's diving the fountain. He's able to take down the
He
sniper.
actually gets
Zephyr.
the 2.
Fountain diving triple kill in the fountain. And that's it. Game's over. GG's called.
Holy crap.
T1 just save up and they look for the fountain dive. Zephyr's the first to charge in and he loves it.
64k gold lead at the end of it.
Wow.
My lord. Damn, what a performance by T1. They just hit their stride this game at some point. Alliance, they couldn't find much of anything at one point. It was pretty early on, I think, what, like 30-something minutes in, where it was just like this block that they hit, and it was just T1 with full control of the game.
It really was. T1, they did it really cool there.